Good morning. Hello, everybody. I tried to say hey, guys, and hey, everybody at the same time. It came out as hey. Hope you're all well. Happy Tuesday, folks. You join us here in X-Plane 12. Jesus, there's buttons. There's things happening, and it haven't even started yet. Hope you're all keeping well. We're here in X-Plane 12. We're going to be flying today using OnAir. We're in the Just Flight Beech Duchess 76. Ooh, a twin-engine aircraft, and from Just Flight, and it's here in X-Plane. And brilliant Armstrong Gaming, you absolute ledge. 5 gifted tier 1 subs just to start us off. Hope you're well, man. Bloody hell. Lads, if you just got a tier 1 sub, thanks to Armstrong Gaming, do be sure to say thank you. The man is a legend. He's up before his breakfast. Thank you very much indeed. So today's plan, we're going to be using OnAir. There's a flight I found. We'll go through OnAir and all our stuff, right? But I found a flight that's going to take us from Flagstaff, Arizona, up to Page Municipal, up towards Grand Canyon. So that's going to be our first flight for today. We'll see how we get on from there. But we're rocking, of course, NVIDIA's app, right? And that has the smooth mode. And it is smooth, but it's smoother with loss of the scaling. So I'm using both. Yes, we do have a lot more FPS though in X-Plane, which is looking good, and it's all thanks to that smooth rendering gadget that they're doing. You see, but what have I done today? I've had an eventful morning. Yes. Doing stuff, ticking boxes, getting things ready as we do, and loads happening. You know, we just need to kind of slowly get into it, but. Some of the kitchen stuff arrived today. We're going to be doing some science with the kitchen. Long time coming now. It's only been a couple of days. But we're going to wrap the cabinets. Yes. And put new kind of, what are they called? Handles, yes. New press handles. And then a new worktop. And then eventually a new kitchen table. So things are happening. Stuff is happening with the kitchen. So we'll see what happens. But... yeah, let's see what happens, right? Don't know how I'm going to do it now. Does anyone know how to do wrapping? I should really get like a heater going. I could use a hairdryer, I suppose. You know, it's not just like vinyl wrapping that goes around the doors and stuff. We'll see how we get on anyway. But anyway, I hope you're keeping very well. And if you join us here, if it's morning time, afternoon or evening, maybe you're working, lurking, or at home working, but not really, but you're lurking. Well, you're most very welcome aboard. And the Duchess 76, this is an aircraft I would love to see over in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator because, well, it's just a beautiful airplane. The Duchess 76 from Beechcraft, twin-engined, and I suppose when you consider, okay, look, we have the Dukes, and the Dukes aren't a million miles away from this. This is certainly, well, she's a different machine, but it always had that kind of, you know, niceties about it, the 76. And this particular aircraft, we're rocking the GTN 750. Ooh! So we'll see how we get on with this. So as I said, we're on the ground here at Flagstaff in Arizona, and we'll see how we get on now this morning. Like all our daytime streams, if you guys have any questions in relation to flight simming, be it with X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Sim, if you have any questions or you're having any issues, well, do be sure to let us know. We'll try and get them addressed and, you know, thought of with a solution. But yeah, it's all going to be happening now. But hope you're all keeping terribly well. The weather now in Tipperary today, it's cloudy. The amount of leaves on the ground, right? You know, poor old trees losing their leaves, a bit like myself with my hair. It's getting terrible bad. But yeah, we'll play it by ear. But it's not terribly bad. It's actually quite mild here, which is weird. As we kind of approach Halloween and then it's into winter. It's going to be into winter then. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, who's here? Look, on this a Tuesday morning. We have a busy one today. X-Planing this morning. Formula One-ing tonight. And then tomorrow, of course, we have the news. And we're going to be showcasing Inibill's A340. And yeah, it's all about timing. And Jamie's on now streaming it, and I know Ian has streamed it quite a lot as well. It's a phenomenal airplane, and there's cargo options with it as well. So yeah, I see that aircraft going for a bit of a spin soon. But anyway, look, Crafty Tigers, top of the morning to you, man. Hope you're well. Kill Switch is here. Abdul, welcome aboard. Malky is just settling down with a fresh coffee, and Murph on the screen. Good morning, Malky. Hope you're well. 98 Vulcan. Hope you're well. Also, good to see you, buddy. Armstrong Gaming, good to see you, man. Hope you're keeping terribly well. And let me see here now. Armstrong, I do be lurking on your streams quite a bit. You have one of the most phenomenal truck simming setups on the planet. And lads, if you haven't seen it yet, ramble on over to Armstrong Gaming's channel because it's quite something. It's an incredible setup. And, you know, it's not easy putting that stuff together. People just say, oh, yeah, it looks nice. Like, there's all sorts of science going on there. So it's great to have you here, buddy. Hope you're keeping very well. Toto is here. Good morning to you, Toto. Hope you're well, buddy. Paul GTA, 10 in a row, man. Thank you very much indeed. Who else come in? Mac Vision is here. Welcome in. Mr. Minimite, top of the morning. The Impossible Face, a very happy birthday, man. You're 21 again. Balut is here. Good to see you. He goes, it's been a long time since I've played with X-Plane. Is Ortho XP still a thing, or has the default scenery improved? So some of the default scenery has improved, right? Trees are looking better. Mesh has definitely improved, but there is still no satellite coverage, right? So Ortho is still a thing. However, we now have two options. Instead of having to download all your own Orthos and keep them on, you know, multiple hard drives. That's what I used to do. I had external hard drives for X-Plane for years. Terabytes. Well, there's two programs. One is called Auto Ortho. And what Auto Ortho does, it allows you to, you kind of download the base files, right? And then as you fly into the area, it kind of streams the data to you, similar to what we have in Microsoft Flight Sim. You kind of set it and forget it. Then another one that we have, of course, is the enhanced maps, and that's either free or paid. The advantages over the paid version is, well, you have faster server access, so you can really, you know, dial in the higher zoom levels, but the free version works just as well. So there's two options now, but they're kind of mimicking that of what Microsoft Flight Sim gave us with, you know, the satellite terrain being sent directly to us on demand, streamed, and it's made a huge difference with X-Plane. Toto, thank you very much indeed. 36 months. He says no amount of therapy will help me now. Ah, Jesus. Right. Listen, it's a good thing, you know. 36 months though. That's like 9 years or something. Welcome. Sim Guy is here. Good morning to you. Toto, hang on. Whoa, pull up the handbrake. 300 streaks. 300 of them. Bloody hell, that's mad. Sim Guy, thank you very much indeed. 6 months, man. Thank you very, very much. Naughty Noma's here. Good morning, Naughty. Jay, the man is without his computer because his motherboard had to be sent back. Tell me, have you started like making Airfix models or even painting or something? You poor old devil, God love you. Soaring AJH, man, hope you're well. Sim Guy gifting the tier 1 sub to Armstrong Gaming. Thank you very, very much indeed. Insane generosity. Hope you're well. Stug is here. Welcome in, Stug. Then Armstrong with 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Steve's Place, Immortal Degree, Samuel got one, Mr. Jingsley, and also Let's Play Train Sim. Thank you very, very much indeed, Armstrong Gaming. And lads, welcome in, and do be sure to say thank you. Dazza Tiarab, Dazza, good to see you. How's the testing going with the stuff? Daz, are you coming over in November? Also, for those coming over in November, I need to figure out your t-shirt sizes. Ooh, yes, right. But if you need to go on to Eventbrite. There's a little, you see, I have an ad. I'll show you the ad, and then you can register on Eventbrite. That's where you get your tickets. They're free, but the idea is I need to know who's coming, right? So we can get crowd control to, you know, turf you out when you cause trouble. Yeah, right. That kind of stuff. But yes, Mr. 90, good morning. FPS is hard to get these days, right? FPS is needed. We should get that in a t-shirt. PH Roy, finally you gave it a try. Good to see you, Roy. Mr. 90 is here, top of the morning. P Swan, did you break the window anymore? I didn't. It's still broken to the same extent I broke it the other day. Yes, still broken. But yes, you should get a wrapping guy. Right. We got it priced, right? We got, to get the kitchen wrapped and all that. It was friggin' €2,000. We're like, what? Nah, you're all right, thanks. A couple of $100 on Amazon, and I'll try and do it myself. Which I won't be able to do it, and, well, my wife will do it. And I'll sit there, I'll make cups of tea and coffee, you know. Oh, you're doing a great job, you know. So that's what we'll be doing there, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Stu Snape, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Paul Suss, welcome in, Paul. Who else come in the door here now? The Impossible Phase, 21 going on 40. Be all grand. Naughty says no, but I spent the evening last night in the loft tidying and organising stuff. Is it that bad? Oh no! Going through the install bits and bobs as we speak. Ooh, nice. Is everyone getting I'm It Stupid t-shirts? Dooms, yeah, we could do. Dazza said, yes, planning to come over, finalising bits with Mrs. Dazza. Right, understood. See how you get on. It'll be worth it. Apart from it, I'll be there, and try and grey crack. But no, it'll be worth it. PQ, good to see you. Don't have work today. Good to catch some XP. Ooh, nice, man, nice. Hi, Cloud is here. Welcome aboard. I'm using the X-Plane Map Enhancement Pro version. 8K ground textures look even more sharper. An update that's in Microsoft Flight Sim. Really interesting. The only gaps are it's the 3D objects I find in X-Plane can be lacking. Some of them are very good, but some of them, but they are working on it. Especially when it comes to what Mr. X is doing. He's joined up now at X-Plane, and that was short final design, so he's bringing all his assets in there, which is going to be in the base sim. You know what I mean? Swifty, can I order a curry chip, please? Do you know you can get a 4-in-1, and instead of chicken balls, you can get crispy chicken. I've just learned this now. The young fella got one the other day, so that's going to be on the order someday. A 4-in-1. Chips, rice, curry sauce, chicken. Blow you sideways. Brilliant. Roy says, for the 3D objects, you can use Sim Heaven. Yeah, I'm using Sim Heaven. Yeah, good call, actually. Good call. But, right, let me see. Who else is here, look, on this Tuesday morning? Mugga T, good to see you. Gun-Ho Guy, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. Kubi Montana is in the house. Welcome in. Kerbelet is here. How do you rejig your man cave for the steering wheel? Great question. So the steering wheel, the Mosa base lives under this table here. And I mount it, goosh, there. And then the pedals come out. And then the wheels, which live over here, go onto it. So very little is actually needed. Because I use a HOTAS setup, it's just my keyboard. And it's a very fancy Corsair keyboard that I can just take the front off it and everything kind of locks in. It's actually quite handy. It's not too bad. It's a divil, though, transferring it from like F1 to trucking. That's a divil, because now you have to... That's a divil. But otherwise, no, it's great. Hey, Sim is here. Good to see you. Just Flight GA aircraft and X-Plane. They're pretty well made and they're a great bunch, but a tad bit expensive, says A-Sim. So their aircraft are the Just Flight aircraft. They're put together by Thranda Design. And they are good, though. They are good. I like... Just Flight are one of the few third-party developers who are developing on multiple platforms, and it's great to see that because the Duchess 76 is exclusive to X-Plane. Do you know? So it's very good, though. It's very, very good. Stevie B, it's good to see you, buddy. Good morning from a sunny Tenerife. Hello from Tipperary. Where is this now? Avery Davis. Clean up on aisle 5, please. Jesus. But anyway, photogrammetry still looks better in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It does. It absolutely does. Yeah, chicken balls. Right, Stug? They haven't lived, But anyway, we'll jump into it and see what happens, right? I'll press this button first, and then we'll press this button. And here we are in the world of X-Plane. And, well, if you join us on YouTube on our vertical stream, you're very welcome in, lads. This is our vertical stream. I'm here up on the top, then we've the sim in the middle, and then we have all controls and whatnot around us, right? But as we look at the aircraft, as the cloud starts to come in and makes it terribly dark, what you can do with this, you can fix this first. What you can do on this, you can create your own custom liveries, which is always nice, right? And I found a bit of a bug, though. It doesn't want to save your custom design. Unless I'm doing something wrong. But you can totally customize the appearance of your aircraft, including that of the tail number, the colors, it's pretty cool what you can do. I would love to see this feature come to Microsoft Flight Sim. I just would. It'd be amazing, do you know? But we're on the ground here down at Flagstaff here in Arizona. I've been here in real life. I've flown in and out of here, which it's a beautiful little airport. And we're going to be taking the Model 76 out for a bit of a canter. She's a pretty looking machine, isn't it? Especially in the paint that we have, the paint scheme, and we have the Beechcraft logo on it, of course, and it's all lovely chrome. Very nice, very, very beautiful looking. So we have sounds working perfect. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up OnAir, and this is, friends, where we have all our, all our career mode. Now, OnAir, for anyone who doesn't know the story about it, it is a career add-on, right? And effectively what you can do with this, it's subscription based, and the reason being is purely down to all the information is kept on their servers. However, if you do want to subscribe to OnAir, it's as cheap as, a cup of coffee per month. if you sign up for like 2 years. It's like 72 bucks for 2 years. It works out at about $3 a month, which is for nothing really, considering the amount of scope that this bit of software has. Yes, you can do, you know, single pilot, all your logbooks, all your information, but then you have the career mode, and then beyond all of that, you have the business side of it, in which you can now get into industry, as in creating airports, factories, providing all the frontline logistics between the factories and then other markets. You can hire in staff, hire in aircraft. You've aircraft maintenance. You have your annual check rides. You've all of these things, plus a skills tree to really enhance what you're doing. So like, you get a taste of what these career things do in the likes of the career mode of Microsoft Flight Sim, but with OnAir, it kind of takes it and then like cranks it up to, you know, 50. Right, it's nuts, the depth of this, and it's only getting more and more detailed. There's more accuracy being put in now, in particular when it comes to a lot of the real world company routes that airlines operate in. And you can go general aviation, you can go helicopters, or indeed you can go with the airliners. There's a lot of options with this. So we've started our own little kind of career in this. Now there's 3 different worlds, and what they mean by that is, it's kind of like the difficulty. So you can be in what we're in now, which is Cumulus, then we've Cirrus, and then we've Thunder. And the level of difficulty increases. That's like how much you're paid on a job, if you can use, you know, AI pilots and all this kind of stuff. What we're doing here with our crash logistics, KRASH, what we're doing with this, we're spending a lot of time in the freelance area at the moment. And the reason why I'm doing that, because I'm trying to build up, our rank and our skills, because that'll give us access to bigger aircraft, better aircraft, cheaper aircraft, and also the type of jobs in which we can get. So this is my current rank based on the different aircraft that we have. So we've single-engined planes, right? Multi-engine, and you can see all the different aircraft types which are here in your ranks. And the more time you spend with them, you know, you do your checkout and all the jazz, right? If we go to the skills tree, this is how we advance. And to give you an idea, for example, bank loan agreements. If we do this, well, we have access then to a bank. We can talk to the bank and say, hey, give us a loan, because now we can go and buy or rent aircraft or infrastructure. Our FBO agreement, fixed based operators, we can have things like, you know, selling fuel, aircraft maintenance, landing fees, all these sort of stuff. Passenger license, that allows us to carry passengers, last minute jobs, medical jobs, dangerous jobs. And then we have the hiring agreement. And with the hiring agreement, that's where we can upgrade our staff, right? You know, better training facilities, better trainers, aircraft technicians, all the jazz. So everything kind of rolls in from here. And it's very, very good. There's a lot of depth to this, and it's a long road to get all these skills built up. It's based on the hours in which you fly, all right? So at the moment, for our company, if we look at our company dashboard, we're actually going okay. We've got a nice, healthy bank balance. Our company value is valued at 17,000 credits. We've good income. Assets versus debts. We also have jobs that are pending. We have aircraft, our employees, our skill levels, and how many FBOs that we have. Filthy, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Thing Wizard, good to see you. Roy, yeah, it's working really well. Victor Sierra, welcome in. Also, OnAir doesn't make you suffer the insane chatter. Yeah, it doesn't do any of that. This just works really well. You can buy aircraft. You can, you know, lease aircraft. You can even like lease your own aircraft out to someone else and generate revenue from it. It's class, lads. The depth. This thing is so in depth, and like, you don't even need to have a flight simulator for this to work. You can just use this as its own standalone program. Use AI pilots, build up your empire, get your airports in there, and it's like a management sim. It's very, very good. So if we have a look at this in our world, so this is where we can see employees, we can see any partnerships, we can see all the databases, airports and base camps, FBOs, and so on. So if we were to click in on FBOs, let's search for one. So we're on the ground at Flagstaff, KFLG, right? So let's query the database. So our Pullman Regional Airport here in Flagstaff. And the idea here is this is going to show us, well, look, who and what is available here. So see the way you can see there's an owner. So there's an owner here. Twin Super Fly High is the owner of an FBO. The services in which they include, they have no mechanics. There's no aircraft working. However, they do have the option to give us various services. They can sell us 100 LL, or they can give us jet fuel. So we know we can buy fuel from these guys. Other things then we can see how much of the resources they have available, and what aircraft they can actually work on as well. So let's say, for example, we're in a multi-engine piston aircraft, right? That's our twin engine aircraft for today. If we knew that the aircraft we're flying needs some repairs, we could plan this into our everyday operations. Ideally, you want to be, landing at an airport that you're getting paid to go there, or if you needed emergency maintenance, it could be the case that you'd have to fly just to that airport. And when you go there, you can ask them to fix the aircraft. Prices and all that are agreed on based what you need. And the cool thing about this is you can be in the position of owning the facility. If you follow the career mode, you can have your own maintenance or maintenance workshop at any airport in the world, wherever you like. Or you can create custom ones, create your own airport, your own scenery. And OnAir will actually inject that scenery into your simulator. It's quite incredible what this thing can do. So that's just the FBOs in and around Flagstaff. And we can be looking down through this. There's loads of them. And then there's different names. There's also other areas. So Sedona, there's one there. Where is this now? There's one, so we Flagstaff, then we've Sedona. There's one out in Montezuma, Pilots Rest, or FBO. We've loads of these options, right? Commander Snow, good to see you. Filthy, good to see you. Hope you're well, lads. So that's where we're at. Also, OnAir works with multiple simulators. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, 24, P3D, X-Plane. It works with all of them, do you know? Schutz, welcome in. Hope you're well, buddy. So my aircraft at the moment, we own one aircraft. We own our PA-24 Comanche 250. So we bought that outright, right? So we can see where it's currently sat in. It's down at Perry, Houston, right? And airframe hours, workshop inspection is due in about 98 hours. So when you own an aircraft, regardless if you fly it or not, you need to do its annual test, and then you have your airframe inspection or your 100-hour inspection. So you need to allow for these things. Now, our aircraft, it's not making us money parked up there. But then again, it's not getting worn down. The equipment isn't getting worn down. We could, if we wish, we could hire in an AI pilot or a real pilot, as in another member who uses OnAir. We can hire someone in to fly our aircraft to do missions for us or jobs for us, and start bringing revenue in. But that doesn't come without risk. And that's where you have to think about, well, who are you going to hire? And when you look at someone, their resume, you're figuring out, okay, well, are they, what's their experience level like? What's their punctuality like? Are they going to be under pressure? Are they going to be running late? Is that going to force them to push the aircraft harder? All of these things have an impact. If you have a pilot who's cheap, as in their rates are cheap, well, they could damage your aircraft, right? And aircraft parts are expensive. And you might even have to source parts. You could be trying to buy a part and it'd be like, yeah, it'll be with you in 3 weeks. I don't have 3 weeks. So suddenly you're now flying to go over and get a part for your airplane. It's pretty cool. And that's only like some examples, right? So our owned aircraft is that of the PA-24 Comanche. Now what we're doing today, we're doing a freelance job because I'm trying to build up our hours and get a bit more... we're trying to get a bit more skill points. So if we have a look at the jobs here, and we look at either cargo and passengers, so we're on the ground at Flagstaff, and we're looking for a flight that'll bring us up to Sedona. So here's a job for, or not Sedona, we want to head up to Page, KPGA. Here's one here, look, and it's for 1800. So we'll scroll down and have a look. So here's a job that's going to take us from Flagstaff up to Page Municipal. We're to take musicians, right? One musician, and we're also taking some batteries. All right. So the job is going to pay us, what is it, 1800 credits, right? The distance is only 163, so that's not bad, right? That's not bad. So we can click in on this and say, right, well, what facilities are at the FBOs? Because we might have to consider fuel. We might have to look at landing fees. How much is this actually going to cost us? So if you click in on this, it'll tell us, well, the FBO services at Page Municipal, we can see that they're selling fuel. They have a level 1 workshop for single engine piston aircraft. So we've a twin. It's of very little use to us up there. However, we're down the road then at Flagstaff. Again, they have boat fuel, and you can see the prices. So if we were saying, right, we want to buy fuel cheap today, well, on this flight, the fuel price up at Page Municipal is 4.81 credits, so $4.81 per unit or per gallon, right? If we were to look at, well, what if we bought fuel at Flagstaff? Well, the price, it's $6.69 a gallon. It's considerably dearer, right? So these are the things you need to consider. However, Flagstaff has a workshop that can look after multi-engine pistons. So if we did need to go through some maintenance, we would be grand, right? We will be grand. I got that wrong, actually. Look at this. When we talk about the distance is 108 miles. Cargo is 163. Thank you, Malky. You can kind of see down here through the top what all the different reads are. And then you can look at the map to find out, well, look, this is what you're being planned to do. You're going to take off. We're looking at this flight. So we're going to take off from Flagstaff, head all the way up to Page Municipal. And that's all Grand Canyon neck of the woods there. All right. Now, you also have the Grand Canyon National Park. That's an airport I've been to in the real world as well. And we can say, well, hey, look, is there a job that'll get us from Flagstaff up to the Grand Canyon National Park? The distance up there, it's only 50 odd miles, and we can actually get 1,400 bucks. So hang on, we can get 1,400 bucks to fly from Flagstaff up to the Grand Canyon. And then maybe, well, for an extra 400 bucks, we need to fly an additional 50 miles. So all of a sudden, looking at our missions here, well, hang on. Let's get ourselves up to the Grand Canyon National Park first. And let's have a look at this job. This is going to be an expedition team and a fridge. All right. So we're taking one member of an expedition team, and we have to take a fridge. Our total weight is going to be 272 kilograms or pounds or whatever it is. I imagine it's kilograms. And we can see here, and the money is a lot better. So for 400 bucks and the difference, we only have to fly half the distance. And this is where you want to start planning. Okay, well, that's worth more, right? I'm getting more for flying less. These are the sort of jobs you want to be looking at. And you want to be looking at the opportunity when we do get up to Grand Canyon National Park. Are we going to get some jobs out of there? So again, we'd have to go in and review, well, what's on site at the Grand Canyon National Park? Well, there is fuel available, boat 100 and also Jet A, right? Workshop levels, so they have single and multi-engine, and they also have a level 2. Now, another thing we want to consider, look at the price of gas up here, $4.59 versus $6.69, right? So here's one flight we could look at. If we wanted to, we can turn this into a multi-leg flight. We can say, right, this is our first flight, almost like a schedule. This is our first flight, then we're going to go from here to there, there to here. For this, we're going to start off with a single one-way flight. We're going to go from Flagstaff up to the Grand Canyon National Park. I think this is going to be grand. So we're going to click on the little green aircraft to say we're going to accept this job, right? And what we can do then, we have a charter here now. We're going to get paid 1,400. Our cargo is 190 kilos, 54 nautical miles, one passenger, and we'll get 62 XP if we pull this off correctly. Now, we can also look at regular routes. This is choosing to fly for an airline, and you would fly their routes. So let's say, for example, there's a daily service, Dublin to London, right? That's what you can bid on, and you go start flying those. But for us, we're going to stick to this right now. So we're going to click the Fly Now button, and this is going to bring up the information of our payload and also the aircraft that we're going to be taking. So what I'm going to do while this is while it's loading, we're going to bring up our Garmin pilot. That should load. There you go. And what I can do with this, because I'm using Garmin Pilot, we'll actually go in here and change this. So see this Page Municipal? We're going to change page, change destination. So instead, we're going to go to KGCN, which is the Grand Canyon National Park. So we're going to accept this here. And this is going to show us what the crack is. So we're going to view on map. And that's what we're looking at there. We can pull in things like terrain, we can pull things in like the weather, and so on and so forth. But not only that, because we're going to the Grand Canyon National Park, using something like Garmin, well, this is going to give you the real world information. So for instance, we can say, well, here's information about the airport, here's the frequencies, the runways, the procedures, and then also fuel information. So the Grand Canyon Airlines, that's a real world FBO, and they're selling for $675 or $680 for 100 light leaded. Is it light leaded? Or $675. And again, this is real world information. If we want to have a look at the airport itself, this will give us an idea. So that's what the Grand Canyon National Park looks like. Tusayan is the area here. I stayed in this hotel right there. That's where I stayed. It's a lovely airport, beautiful airport. So where the FBO is, you have the tower, which is just here. Where's the tower? Sorry. You have the tower and business up here. And then further down, all the way down this neck of the woods, this is where Maverick, you ever heard the name Maverick Helicopters? Maverick Helicopters have a ton of stuff down here. That's where they do all their daytime tours in and out of the Grand Canyon, which is pretty awesome. How's it, GA pilot? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So I'm happy enough with that. So that's what our flight is going to look like. Again, we can go in and really dive into the airport. So we can say, right, show me the airport parts here. So, or the airport charts. This is where we're currently at Flagstaff. And well, what we can have a look in here. We are currently situated just here, out in the GA ramp. All right. The main terminal is down the road here. Here's all the information, real world information that we can pull to find out. And there's tons of stuff here. Airport categories, noise abatement procedures, all the jazz are in there. We can also see the ATIS, the ASOS, ground, all the frequencies across the top. We can also look at the runways information. So the runway, it's asphalt, grooved, excellent condition, right? And then we have our alternate minimums if we need to look at those. Or we can just focus in on our communications. And again, this is all through Garmin Pilot. If we wanted to have a look then at the Grand Canyon National, you can see where our general aviation parking is going to be. You can see where the terminal is going to be. And we can do the same crack again when it comes to all our communication frequencies. All right. So that's what we're looking to do. We're going to start putting some stuff here into OnAir to make sure all is looking well. So fuel, we're going to call it, I did this automatically. It's always 80% I put in, right? And we can go on, we're going to go VF4 on this one. GC or G, here we go. GCCN, right? Grand Canyon. How's it good to see you? He goes, Murph, I'm the guy that asked you about bringing DCS content. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're well. I've been doing some regular routes for Allegiant. Malky, really? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Okay, so this is what our flight is going to be. We're going to validate the fuel. And we'll give it a moment now. We've now validated all of that. And what we need to do, we need to change the UTC offset because OnAir, it controls your time of day. All right. So if I were to look at it'll tell us what the time in the simulator is going to be. So we're going to UTC +4. That'll make it about, 20 to 8 in the morning over in X-Plane. And it'll change the time of day. So we're going to click fly now. So it's going to launch the aircraft tracker. And it's going to give us all the information here. Weight and balance, it's automatically loaded for you. You have the option to do it yourself. But in this case, everything is auto set. All right. So I'm going to start tracking. And then OnAir will say, we'll start tracking when you're ready to start moving, right?
Loaded payload is lower than due payload, 181 instead of 276.2 kilograms.
So we need to fix that. So it wants more weight in the aircraft based on what the mission is.
Payload is lower than due payload, 181 instead of 276.2 kilograms.
So if we go auto set, let's see what happens. Sometimes this happens with some aircraft. It doesn't give it the full balance.
Loaded payload is lower than due payload, 181 instead of 276.2 kilograms.
Okay, so we'll try and do this manually inside the aircraft. So if we open up our little tablet here, right, we'll go into our weight and balance. And we're going to try now and put in additional weight. All right. So we can see we're in kilos because we need to be in kilos. So we need to find 276 total kilos. So we can see our bag and baggage, pilots, fuel, right? So our fuel is loaded. So we're going to put in some cargo here. All right. And what we're looking for here is going to be the total weight of the aircraft. All right. So I can increase a bit of weight here. So there's 90 kilos. I don't want to go too heavy, but we'll throw a bit in here now, right? So if we save that, and then if we go back on over to OnAir, you can see now that we're getting a green tick because it knows we've put in the weight. All right. So sometimes if it can't do it directly itself, you might have to manually do it. But again, it's a good way to show that you can manually do all of this as well, which is awesome, right? Perfect Twitch time. It's 3:40 in the morning, Stug. No way, man. Glad you like my little song. Ting Wizard, I love that song, man. It was awesome. It was awesome. So this is our aircraft from Just Flight. It is that of the Duchess 76. It's a cracker of a little airplane, right? Some of the features of this, just to kind of talk to you about it. You can buy the aircraft from Just Flight. It's $36.95, right? They're in partnership with Stranded Design on this. And the award-winning general aviation fleet, of course, the Arrows that Just Flight brought in. The Duchess is a 4-seater twin-engine T-tailed aircraft equipped with a retractable tricycle landing gear. It has two 180 horsepower 4-cylinder engines fitted with constant speed propellers. It's IFR capable. Excellent handling characteristics and counter-rotating propellers make it ideal for a multi-engine flight training, because they're counter, meaning that there's no adverse, torque dragging the wings down, right?
Hello there.
The aircraft is pretty much flown all around the world. It can cruise at 155 knots, a range of just shy of 800 nautical miles, a service ceiling just shy of 20,000. And this is kind of like the natural step up when you go from something like, an Arrow, a PA-28. This is your multi-engine kind of progression, all right? It's flown all around the world, and as I said, it's used, Just Flight, the research they used was on real aircraft sitting over in the UK, right? So if we were to type in Duchess 76, and we'll have a quick look here at Duchess 76. 437 of these have been built. It was manufactured between 1978 and 1983. Interesting. It came from the Beechcraft Sierra. They're a gorgeous looking plane, I think. The T-tail feature there as well. So you've seen the Dukes. The Dukes are similar. They're newer, but they don't have the T-tail. So there's one in the flesh there, look. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful little plane. So we have the 76 and we have the 76 TC. Unofficial design for single test aircraft using a Lycoming turbocharged. We're not using that. But this is the layout that we can see. The instrument panel, right? Real world instrument panel. So that's going to be our basis for comparison with the Just Flight aircraft. Similar aircraft, of course, would be like that of a Seminole or, a 310 from Cessna and so on and so forth. So this was to compete with the likes of the Gulfstream Cougar and also the Cessna 310. First production flew on the 24th of May 77. The name Duchess was chosen through a company competition. Construction was set for a new factory build at the Liberal Division, which is out in Kansas. That's where Textron are today. The production of the Duchess continued up until 1983. No significant changes. A single example was tested with turbocharged engine, but it never went to go into full production. All right. So, as I said, this is our machine, and we can go around and open up bits and bobs. You can open the doors. As I said, it's built with Stranded, so there's a lot of kind of cool features when it comes to Stranded design. So, for example, we can open up doors here. I think we should be able to. Or failing that, we do have everything seems to be locked. We do have buttons inside. So if we go to our tablet here, and you can pop out this tablet if you wish. So if we go weight and balance, that's all grand. Go back here, aircraft options. So we can open the pilot door, the co-pilot door, the baggage door, and so on. You can open up all the doors, or at least you should be able to. Why aren't they opening? Huh. I suspect there's some sort of a glitch. Cockpit lights, ground equipment. Why isn't things opening? That's interesting. This might need a little reload. Well, I wonder, yeah, we will. I'm going to reload the aircraft, skip the art, because it's not behaving the way it should, right? Cornwall, good to see you, buddy. Oh, it's on pause. Balls. Right, that's why. Right, never mind. We're reloading it anyway, because I want to see will the dynamic livery work. You know what I mean? So we'll give it a second for it to figure itself out. Pistons and turbo, absolutely. Spitfire RAF 100 is here. Good to see you. North Coast Mike, welcome in. Right, okay. So did it fix me problem? I think it did. Right, so there she is sitting on the ground. And if we were to go in now to open some doors, there we go. And that's what we can do. We can open up... what else can we do here with this now? Doors and all that jazz are there. I thought we could get into the engines. Maybe not. That's buttons inside in the cockpit. Don't think we can open the cowling on this one. But it's, as you can see, lads, isn't it absolutely gorgeous? It's a stunning, stunning airplane. And I love the fact that we can put in our own livery. Absolutely incredible, you know. The skin shader looks fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty, right? And we can, you know, we can customize all of this ourselves. We can go into the dynamic painter and change how colors look and all the jazz. You know what I mean? So we'll get those doors closed up. We'll hop inside in the cockpit once again, and we will close the door. And we're going to go into our equipment because instrument options. We're going to be rocking the GTNs. And there's a GTN thrown in there now as well. So let's just double check after reloading that OnAir is happy with what we're doing. Total payload, it's not. So we need to go back into our weight and balance, and we're just going to add in a bit more weight here. And we'll save that. OnAir is happy. We're going to click on start tracking. Let's see what happens here. Okay, flight tracking in progress. Sweet. Okay, so let me see. Static liveries, that's where you can change it. Dynamic liveries, that's where you create your own. We're going to remove the ground equipment. All right. And everything else there is looking grand. We have our usual stuff that we get from Just Flight, including checklists. We have the AviTab integration there, of course, and we have a flight computer, which we can get all sorts of information like the outside air temperature, our range, the endurance, all the stuff there as well. All right. So what we're going to do, a bit of familiarization here around the cockpit, lads, right? So we have our standard instruments, our 6-pack. These are our 6 right here. That's our airspeed indicator, artificial horizon, altimeter, turn and slip coordinator, HSI, and we have a vertical speed. Next to all of these, we have a chrono over on the left-hand side. We have a backup altimeter. We also have our exhaust gas temperature monitors. We have our compass controls. Then we have VOR navigational systems. Then we have engine RPM, and you'll see that we have a right and a left needle. Manifold pressure, right and a left needle. Then we have our fuel quantities, fuel pressure, oil temperature, cylinder temperature, and then we have our alternator loads. All right. So we can go through all of this when we start firing things up. Throttle, so we have our throttle, our propeller, and then we have our mixture as well. All right. Kev is here. Good to see you, Kev. Thing Wizard, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So, right, what else do we want to look at here? So we have our trim, elevator trim, we have rudder trim. Moving up then, we have our crossfeed valves, right, for our fuel selector. So crossfeed are in the middle, so we want to turn the fuel on, right? And then in the middle will be our crossfeeds, but we're going to keep our fuel on left and right tanks. All right. Cowl flaps are already open. We'll keep them open on the ground. And we have headphone simulation if we need it. We won't use that just yet. So we're going to put our mixtures to fully rich. We're going to come up on the prop. And flaps are in the neutral position. Quick look here. Parking brake. Parking brake is set. Oh, I forgot there. All right. I have me there wired. Landing gear is in the down position. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go for the, let me see. We're going to go for a nav light, and we're going to turn on the battery. Gyro spinning up. Alternator's coming on. We'll also get on our strobe. That'll act as our beacon. We have auxiliary fuel pumps over here. So we'll go ahead and go on the right side. And if we go ahead now and check our fuel flow, you see pressure's up here on the right hand side. Drop the pressure. Avionics just warming up there now. So we're going to go for starting the right side. So we're going to go 1. See this primer? You click it in. Right.
TOS.
Left.
System test okay.
Both. And we'll say clear prop. Clear prop. And let's go for start and see what happens. Are we ready? It would help if you added in some mixture, Murph. Try it again.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Okay, that's a good start on the left side. Or on the right side, sorry. Alternator is looking good. And we'll just watch the RPM as we let things warm up. Left side auxiliary pump. Give it a bit of pressure. We can see the fuel pressure coming up off the pump. Primer engaged. Right. Left, both. Same crack again. Clear. And let's see what happens. That's a good start. RPM is coming up. Oil pressure is coming up. And that's a good start. So we can go ahead and close our little storm window. put on our headphones then if we wish. And what else are we looking for here? Primers are now off. Taxi light, cabin air blowers if we wish. Autopilot master switch. Pitot heat can come on. Electric trim will be coming on. Heater if we want, because it is a little bit cold outside. We also have some lights here. They're a little bit powerful. Instrument floodlights. All our circuit breakers work as well. They're all in. Outside air temperature, so we can let me see here now. Radio master switch. So that's our avionics. This is the old WXA. That's a storm scope. I don't think that's modelled yet. Weather radar should be working, but I don't know how we interact with it. Outside air temperature 1 degree. Here's our autopilot, our Century 4 autopilot. We need to turn on the master switch and then test it. So if we go to autopilot master switch on, and then we go for a test, press and hold, and that's our autopilot unit working. Moving across our main panel here, then we can see that we have our Bendix King DME. Fuel is looking good across both. We're going to just reduce some of that mixture as we're sitting on the ground, and just drop the RPM to about 1,000, which is what we want. We're on GPS mode. That's all fine. Direction indicator. Want to make sure that's zeroed with our magnetic compass, which it is. What else do we have here now? We've cabin air. We have demisters for the windows. That all works. We have alternate source down here. What else do we need? That's kind of it. Cowl flaps and all the jazz. That's kind of it. All right. So I'll let the engines ramble on, right? Pro setup uses more energy than the whole plane he's flying. Yeah. It's Evitech. Good to see you, buddy. I haven't broke it yet. I will. Give it time. Give it time. Right. So over to our GTNs, and we'll put in our flight plan. So this one is going to be direct Flagstaff, and we're going to head over to Grand Canyon National. So Grand Canyon National Park. We'll okay that. We'll go back into our map. That'll give us our magenta line. 54 nautical miles. It ain't far. And I think we're looking good here, lads. We're looking good. So last couple of things to do. We'll grab our altimeter and see what happens. Live weather is actually beautiful, clear blue skies. So yeah. Pringles, welcome aboard. Thanks very much for the follow. New flight. We'll enter this in manually. So we're at where are we at? We're at KFLG Flagstaff, and we want to go to the Grand Canyon National Park. Horse that into Navigraph. There's a Navigraph. Fairly straightforward. Satellite. That looks good to me. And we'll have a quick look around the airfield here, just to see. It sounds good. It sounds very good. Now we're in the shade, of course, so we'll have to just give it a few minutes. Okay, runway's looking good. There's hot air balloons in the area, so we need to be careful. So we're going to taxi straight ahead and then take off the opposite direction. All right. So taxi lights are indeed on. Landing light, we'll leave them off for the moment. Transponder, we're set to 1200. We'll stick that on. All right, so we're going to come off the parking brake. Small bit of pressure. Now, from the in-sim, let me just double check the weather here, right? So VF4 scattered. What's the altimeter? 1013, so we're using standard. That'll do. 7,000. This is one of the highest altitude airports in the United States, is Flagstaff. Mad, isn't it? All right, take our time here. We'll go down the taxiway. Isn't it a beautiful little machine? Tis only gorgeous. So we're going to taxi all the way down, and let's see what happens. There's no beacon light as such in the aircraft, so our strobes will do. Right, what else do we want to do? Flaps. Oh, these are press and hold. So we'll go 10 degrees on the flaps. So it's an actuator switch. You press and hold it to move it rather than like a servo switch. And we can see the flaps there. Flight controls. Ailerons up, ailerons down. Ailerons up, ailerons down. That's all grand. Rudder up. Sorry, rudder left, rudder right. And elevator up, elevator down. Super. We'll unplug the headphones just for takeoff, just to get those engine sounds. Because as I said, it's pretty. It's very pretty. So easy now, Jemima. So we have our passengers. We also have our fridge loaded as well, which is excellent news. And well, we'll see how we get on here now, right? Easy now, easy now. A black belt and crashing, you better believe it. You better believe it. Now we will do a run up when we get down here as well. We have an area off here to our left hand side. That's going to go through just your standard kind of, you know, we'll check our mags, we'll check our prop cycle as well. So we'll taxi over into here. This is a run up area in Flagstaff. Who was in Flagstaff with me? It was myself, Blue Games, and Nick. Nick was there as well. Was it Nick? I think it was Nick. Okay, for a run up, ideally you want to be pointing yourself into the wind as best you can. We'll circle around here. And we'll sit tight. Okay, engage the park and brake. Mixture full. Bring the RPM up. So we're going to come up to 2000 on the RPM. And what we're going to do now, we're going to start on the right engine. Easy. Down a smidgen. Beer o'clock, Kev? I'd like to hear it. Alright, so right engine, let's go on to the left mag. There's a drop, nice and slow. Back to both. Try the right mag. Back to both. Very little drop, very little drop. Left engine, left mag. There's the drop, back to both. And right mag. There's the drop, back to both. Up to 2200. And we'll cycle the prop, here's one. Drop in RPM. Second one is going to be increased manifold pressure. There's your increase in manifold pressure. And the last one then is going to be a drop in fuel pressure. And that looks good to me. So ease off the power, heater, all this kind of stuff is looking good. Instrument air is grand. We're going to come off the brakes, left turn, and we're getting good to go. Most important system on this yoke is the heater unit, right? Alright. If you don't want the tablet there as well, you can disappear that and it drops it down into the... you can reappear it, but you can drop it down into the door as well. While we're also doing this, we can do a quick test just on our electrical load. So we can run a quick test on the alternators. So if you come off the right alternator, the left takes the full load, which it does. Right alternator dies. Back onto both. Turn off the left alternator. The right alternator takes the full load. And then back onto both. Alright, sweet. We don't need full length. We're going to go here on Alpha 2. And let's see what happens. Easy now, Murph. Easy now. Flagstaff traffic. Got a Beechcraft Duchess 76 taking off out of runway 21 Flagstaff. Sometimes you forget who you're even talking to. Right, where's my mouse? And go! Landing lights coming on. Left is clear. Right is clear. Easy does it. MDA is here. Good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday, man. All right. Okay, so for our heading, go ahead and bring this guy to runway heading. As we're sitting here, just getting ready to go. Turn, you devil. Chase your hand to be knacker trying to turn this. Okay, runway heading. In terms of altitude, we have attitude hold or altitude hold, so there's no real select altitude on this, but that's quite okay. Right, mixture rich, flaps are set, we're walking, talking, soon to be squawking. Let's go flying. Beautiful sounds. Takeoff power set, airspeed is alive. There's 60 knots. We're going to rotate in around 80. Yep, see daisy. Positive rate of climb, and we're indicating the climb. Gear up, tapping our toe brakes. So far so good. I'm going to gain a little bit of altitude here. Butley is here, good to see you. Flaps in. Flaps are up. Bit of trim. This thing is so very stable in flight because you have those counter rotating props. It's phenomenal. It's a very stable platform for an aircraft. Okay, so autopilot, we could do a couple of things here, right? We can stick it onto heading mode. So heading's on. We're going to hold our attitude for the moment. Then we can lock in our overall altitude. So as we're climbing here, we've got plenty of power. I'm going to ease off our RPM a little bit. Call it 2600. And because of our altitude, we can also pull back a little bit on our mixture. And that'll keep our EGT starting to come up here, which we can monitor this where the peak lines are. So we're looking good, we're looking good. Does it have an altitude hold? It does, yeah. Crispy Bacon, this is X-Plane. Great joke to train on. Arrow, it really is. This is a phenomenal airplane for training, especially for twin engine operations. Okay, we're looking good. Beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be a right-hand turn now. So let's throw in 270 degrees. Looking good. Low voltage warning lights. All is looking good here. -3 outside. Cold, man, cold. Alright, airspeed is still looking good. About 110 knots indicated, about 124 over the ground. And what we're doing here, we'll continue to climb. We're going to aim for about 10.5 and then lock it in there. So another right turn coming in, call this one 360 degrees. Man, it's beautiful. Very, very pretty, this. Whack the heater on. It's Baltic. Yeah, we have the heater on. The heater is heating. Okay, so we'll continue flying straight on. Another 500 feet to go. We'll stick it into altitude hold mode. And we're climbing here, yeah, just under 1,000 feet a minute. We've plenty of manifold pressure. Engine RPM is sitting on about 2,600. So we're running things a little bit hot right now, but we're okay. A couple of 100 feet more to go, and then we'll put it into altitude hold mode. So what we're going to do now, we're going to be intercepting our magenta line. We're just flying back to our main, our course heading here as we continue to head north. Get ready on the autopilot. So we're going to be hitting the altitude hold. -5 outside. It doesn't show me inside air temperature now. Our flight computer will do all that for us. So we're coming up now on 10,500 feet. Let's go ahead and lock that into altitude hold. Aircraft will pitch down. We're going to see our speed coming up like an absolute divil. We're going to ease off our manifold and also ease off the prop. So about 2,500 on the RPM. Our speed is going to come up nicely. And our mixture looks to be doing fairly okay here as well. We're probably running it a little bit hot, so we'll come back a small bit. We'll go slightly rich of peak. That's going to give us best power, all right? So with our autopilot, we're going to arm nav mode. And this will collect our magenta line here now. Very nice, isn't it? It is beautiful. There's a bug with the tail number not coming up for whatever reason. Which is very, very pretty, isn't it? We'll also get our landing lights off at this stage. Heaters on, electric trim, all the jazz is on. So we will be making a left turn in a couple of moments as we come back out over Flagstaff. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I keep trying that remove the roads business, but you know, 2,300 in cruise was good on the petrol. Easy now. Right, something like that will hold. And here's our left turn, or a left turn will start coming in now shortly. Here it is. Very pretty plane, isn't it? Gorgeous. Right, all our temps and pressures are exactly where they need to be. Instrument air is good. Flaps are up. Gear is off. Cowl flaps, we can probably close these now. That'll help with a little bit of drag reduction as well. And it's a relatively short flight, this one. I mean, we should be there in just under 20 minutes for our first stop. Isn't it very pretty, though? Tis absolutely gorgeous now. Look at the state of this, look. And we'll do one of these with one of those. And sure, then we'd even do one of these maybe, just to see what happens. Give it 140-ish for the cruise? Sure. A pretty, pretty machine. Dave Cleary, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. A modern take on this would be the DA42. I agree. She's pretty though. Marcus Rains, good to see you, Marcus. Yes, this is X-Plane. St. Ives, no sign of the man with 7 wives. Each wife wore a hat. Each hat had a cat. Wasn't that the story of it? Something like that. JSN, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. Alright, we're doing okay, lads. So, quick check on all our temps and pressures here. Fuel is good, fuel pressure is good, oil pressure, oil temperature, cylinder temperature, and our load is good. Our GTN is doing the job. Yeah, I'd love to see this, it's a storm scope. It'd be cool to see that up and running. We do have a terrain warning, but we're off to one side of it, so that shouldn't worry us too much, right? Outside air temperature, according to this, we're below 0, so we're minus 10 nearly. Minus 6 on the gadget here. If we go into our flight computer, let's have a look. So we can bring up our flight computer. We can see outside air temperature is minus 6, ground speed 157, endurance at our current power is 4 hours, range 695, nautical miles per gallon 9.1, density altitude, not too high. Total airspeed, fuel flow, crosswind, all is looking good there. What else can we look at here? Engine configuration, so we can see what's happening now. Fuel pressure, oil temperature, and battery voltage. Spark plug fouling, we're also looking good. And they also simulate vapor lock on this as well.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I think we're alright.
Terrain ahead.
We're alright, we can see it.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Just a little warning to say, will you go fierce handy there? But I think we're okay. Jeez, it looks nice. There's our Grand Canyon up the road. So Tusayan, that's where we're heading for. And, Thranduil did a great job on this airplane, and like Just Flight, they just make crackers, don't they? Gorgeous. Lovely little machine. So we're doing about 130 odd indicated. We've a little bit of room with our manifold pressure to increase that speed. As the fella said, stick it into rental mode. Hang on. Come in. Greta is indeed watching. Yes. Who's in charge? Providing IT tech support. That's what it does. But anyway. Go handy and be careful who'll knock the goat off the mountain with your wing. I'm telling you. No, that was just a bit of IT queries. That's all. Right, how are we looking? This is a gorgeous plane, isn't it? Poor El Gretti's. They're giving out to Greta. Jesus. Right, so landing. We'll come in from the north. We'll head up by Tusayan. Let's see in there now. Heading sync. So we'll sync our heading. And then it'll be a slight right-hand turn. Now we can also drop altitude here as well. So we're about 30 miles out. We are very high based on the scenery around us, so we can actually start dropping altitude here. So let me see. If we go to altitude off, attitude. Now how do we do this again? So attitude and pitch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should give me 500 feet a minute down, which it does. So we're going to ease off the power as we're descending. Keep the manifold pressure low. Let the plane react to it. So we'll start descending down here, And what we'll do, we're going to swap over to heading mode. And we're going to fly just to give ourselves an alignment with runway 21. Hukalea, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Gogpoo is here. I was looking for some GA VF4 great planes. Do you have some good freeware and payware recommendations on this sim? For X-Plane, anything from Just Flight is really good. Airfoil Labs are probably the best when it comes to the Cessna 172. King Air is awesome as well. Who's in charge? Who's in charge? Right, we're looking good. Airspeed is coming up, so I just want to watch that as we descend here. And Grand Canyon Village is further on up the road. And Tusayan, that's the name of this neck of the woods. Hey, Crowdy, good to see you. Watching while on lunch with a spice bag and curry sauce. Oh, Jesus, you're making me hungry. Man, look at that view. It's pretty, isn't it? So we're rambling. And as I said, you'll see the Grand Canyon just up the road here. So our plan is, once we get to into Tusayan, up to the Grand Canyon National Park, that'll complete the mission with OnAir. Then we're going to look for a second mission, and we're going to try and get ourselves up to Page Municipal. That's the plan with our flight this morning. Now, as we're descending on my Garmin, I can start seeing the terrain radar starting to react. So you'll see these blotches of colours, they're going to start getting bigger, and they'll also start changing colour from green to yellow into red. The idea being is letting us know, hey, you have terrain in the vicinity. You see? But so far so good, right? This is such a stable airframe. It's ridiculous. It's so stable in the air. And it's doing good. Now let me see. Can we go ASOS? ADIS. 1243. Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, this is Firefly 235. We're in a Beechcraft Duchess Model 76. Inbound for a full stop landing, runway 21. Let's see if this works.
Firefly 235, Canyon Tower, enter right downwind for runway 21.
Enter right downwind, runway 21, Firefly 235. It works. Sweet. So we're pretty much set ourselves up to enter a right downwind.
Firefly 235, right downwind for runway 21, continue as instructed.
Right downwind, runway 21. We will continue as instructed. Firefly 235. Alright. Right. Speed is looking good. We're dropping down below 10, so light them up. And all should be looking good. The sounds are really good on this, aren't they? Alright, let's go now to... We'll level off at 8,500. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Easy does it, lads. Easy does it. Jesus, now spice bag and curry sauce for lunch. You'd need something decent to wash that down with, though. Do you know what I mean? A can of Fanta. Or a pint of milk. Alright, hold our altitude. Back up in our manifold pressure. And let's see what happens. Gorgeous. Okay, fairly booting it here now. Now, technically, I should be making a left turn, and then as I approach the field, hang a right, but it's grand, right? Man, look at the reflections on the glass here as well. A can of dandelion and burdock. Really? When do we verify engine out performance? Vex. Any minute now, Vex. Right, cylinder head, grand. Cowl flaps, probably don't need them. 0 degrees. Message. Inside airspace. Some iron brew. Oh, Jesus. Do you not find that that like absolutely caramelizes your mouth? Right? It's like maple syrup, just throw it all in there. Jesus. Looks like a great GA plane. I think I have it. Ron, yeah, it's real good. Just Flight makes some quality aircraft. And to be fair, like the Duchess doesn't really get much kind of, you know, showcasing. And it should, because it's pretty. It's a great little machine, this. Right, we have some terrain warnings ahead of us. I don't know why. I mean, visually we look good, but certainly up the road it's going to get a little bit kind of uh-oh. And of course there could be other stuff on the ground here as well. Things like antennas and stuff. Just Flight in Thranda, yeah. I love the paint scheme. Isn't it absolutely stunning? It's gorgeous. Yeah, I would love to see Just Flight bring this into Microsoft Flight Sim. It's a pretty little plane, isn't it? Oh, it's interesting as well. The foot stand doesn't come up with the gear. You just see that on a lot of aircraft. But not this one. Let's have an ice light there, look. Or is it a tie down? Wait now, what's that? That's a tie down, look. No. Let's not press it while we're flying, just in case. I need to check that when we land. I don't know what that does. Alright, rambling in. We're good and low. We'll ease off our speed here now in a moment. We'll also make a bit of a left turn here.
500.
We're very low. Got some cars on the road. Okay, look at the speed, man. We're absolutely booting it. Booting it. That or the ground. Yeah, the ground is very high. Yeah. Brilliant. There's an eject button for someone who doesn't want to leave the plane. Alright, we'll keep our approach. We're probably a little bit too low. Get us up there about 500 feet or so. Easy now. Man, look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty. Max Stallion, good to see you, buddy. Happy Tuesday, man. Alright, so we're about, what, 6 miles? 7 miles away. And the airport's going to be over here on our left side. To Cyan, so the airport will be over here. There's the tower. Alright. We can start easing back some of our speed now. We're kind of entering left base here. Canyon Tower, Firefly 235, entering left base, runway 21, full stop.
Firefly 235, you should be entering right base for runway 21. Confirm your position.
Yes, we are entering right base for runway 21, Firefly 235. Jesus. This is left base. He wanted me right base. That would have been an overhead join. Interesting. Okay, I got that completely wrong. There's the Grand Canyon. Isn't it only grand, isn't it? It's grand, we'll fix it. We'll say nothing. We'll just keep flying and then turn right and then right again. Yeah, he did say right. Yeah. We'll say nothing. It's grand. Jesus, look at the view. In fact, if we do this right, we'll get to fly out over the canyon a bit. When entering base, you need 100% focus to stay out of trouble. I see what you did there. You've seen bigger dug by the corporation? That's hilarious. Vibrant, the other right, yes, the other right. Right, we'll kind of half tidied up here now. Out over the canyon, this is going to be pretty. Ooh. Look at this, lads. Overhead teardrop, yeah. That would have been better. This is pretty good. I mean, it's not Microsoft Flight Sim good, but it's still pretty good. Gorgeous. We're over the canyon now, lads. Look at the state of that. Not a patch and part out Microsoft Flight Sim, sure it's not. Looks good for X-Plane, yeah. Right. Easy now. Canyon Tower, Firefly 235. We are right base, runway 21.
Firefly 235 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 21, Firefly 235. Alright, rambling. Easy now. Big Al, yeah, man. Could you imagine, like, if X-Plane got this stuff natively out of the box, it could be a friggin' game changer. Game changer. Keep her coming. One of the first streams I watched was you driving the Grand Canyon in a buggy. So I was here last year. We stayed in Tusayan. Actually, I got a heli flight out over the canyon. It was absolutely incredible. We got a Humvee drive that morning, and then a chopper in the afternoon. It was absolutely incredible. What a place to visit, lads. If you ever get the opportunity, you have to. It's just brilliant. It's awesome out here. Stunning. All right. So, as we shall prepare for landing, what's our altitude here? 8,000. I'm happy enough with my mixture. We're going to bring the prop in a bit. Come off autopilot. Autopilot off. I have control. And we'll just start easing our way in here now. Easing back some of the power. Start bringing the prop up. That'll help with decel. There we go. We're about 6 miles. We're a tad bit low, but it means we get to fly directly over to Cyan. It's amazing and way longer than I thought. I knew it was wide, but the length was surprising. Yeah, it's nuts. It's really nice up here. Like, it's just the walks and stuff you can do. Like, it's beautiful. We rented e-bikes and we went joyriding around in those. That was great fun. Alright, easy does it. Trim feels good. So we're going to go 10 degrees flap. If I could see it. There we go. There's 10 degrees. Drop the gear. Three greens. Gears down. $20 degrees on flaps. And let's continue in. We're taking a low-level approach into Nellis a long time ago in my own night aircraft, and it was gorgeous. Ooh, never forgot it. Special approach. That's awesome, Viper. Alright, what's your speed, Murph? Easy. No, we didn't. They're heavy. There was myself, Alpha Originals, Dave, and Captain Canada. We went to Wendy's. It was amazing. It was amazing. Right, easy does it. Continue on in. Speed is looking good. Power set. Gear down. Flap set. Mixture. We'll go mixture rich, even though we're high up, but it seems to be holding it well. And let's see what happens here. Terminal's up there on the left hand side. Blue hanger. So that's where we're going to ramble to. Easy now. Speed is looking good. Nice and easy. There's our touchdown zone. Man, it's such a stable airplane. It's gorgeous. Alright, what's the flare? Little bit of a float. Just hold it. There's touchdown.
Landing time locked.
Alrighty. On the brakes.
Firefly 235, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er, Firefly 235. Easy now. We could have backtracked, but like, it's grand. Canyon ground, Firefly 235, vacated at runway 21 on Charlie. Request taxiing to the terminal. Hey, Chris Van Halen, good to see you.
Firefly 235, taxi to terminal stand 11 via Alpha 2 Alpha. Have a great day.
Taxi via Alpha 2 and Alpha for Firefly 235, thanks. Alright. We'll taxi on in. Isn't it a very interesting layout inside in here, considering, you know, see the pillar here? It's almost like it was added in as an afterthought, just for the structural integrity. It's kind of cool though, isn't it? So we're on up to the terminal here. We got OnAir finished with. We'll go in and have a look at the replay. Then we're going to pick a new OnAir flight. And as I said, we want to get ourselves over to Page Municipal. I think that'd be nice. Big Al. We don't have a Wendy's over here. That's why, man. That looks like a Piaggio sitting over there, look. In the hangar. Deedly-dee-dee-dee. Wendy's is coming to Cork, I've heard. Used to be Wendy's in Ireland years ago. Alright, easy now. And that'll kind of do us. Alrighty, sit tight on the brakes. And let me see, Radio Master off. Taxi off. Blowers, pitot heat, Autopilot Master. Strobes, go ahead and kill those. Left coming down, right coming down.
Engine off, time logged.
Engine off, time has been logged.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Sweet. There's our battery off. That was a very nice, enjoyable flight, lads, wasn't it? So let me see. We'll sit tight here for the moment. We'll bring up OnAir and we shall review what we did. So here we are. So we had a landing rate of 145 feet a minute. That wasn't too bad. What else? Let me see. Landing speed was good. Block time was good. So let's go in and have a look. So we got some good points there. Reputation change, 0.48%. Comfort bonus, safety bonus, aircraft handling bonus, soft landing bonus, and a flight score bonus. We got massive points for that. So let's have a look at our flight record. We scored 100%. That's great news considering we haven't flown this aircraft much. So that was our route, and we can see all the events during our routes from, lights on, gear up, gear down, all the jazz. It reports through everything. So all the different points that we get: start tracking, yes, departure detail, nav lights, ground speed kept it under 40 for takeoff, our bank, pitch, and heading. Right, we lifted off at 93 knots on the ground, which is probably a little bit fast. Initial climb was good. Our en route was good. Our approach good. Landing, V speed of 145 feet a minute. Touchdown at 63 knots. G-force slightly over 1. Gear was down. Flaps deployed. We had little bounce, but it wasn't too bad. Arrival taxi and then engine off. So that was just good. We're going to OK that. That all now gets added to our aircraft. So we have finished that 1400, which was deadly. So in here, let's go to the replay and let's look at the landing, shall we? Something like that. We'll watch it from let's see what this one does. Here's our gear coming down. Look at the state of that. Look, isn't that fantastic? Fantastic. Bring up our engine controls here as we're trying to do this as a landing, and sure, we'll get a bit of tunage here in the background.
Jesus.
In a box, man, good to see you. Hope you're well, man. So our first flight down in the Duchess 76 from Just Flight. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? We need Flo and Chase plane, dude. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. She is grand, isn't it? A pretty, pretty machine. Frank says, which sim are we using for VATSIM flight today? Our VATSIM flight is on Thursday, Frank. And it'll be Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You gotta love the replay, man. I'll play it back here for the tower view. Nice. You're stuck at home with a swollen foot? No way, Frank, you poor old devil. Poor old devil. Alright, let's see that again, sports fans. It's very pretty, isn't it? All right. Hey, Johnny Mon is here. Good to see you, Johnny. Hope you're well. All sorts of rudder dancing going on there, man. All right. All right, sweet. First flight of the day. Get ourselves back to here, and well, let's go ahead and dial in a new mission. So on air, let's be having you. Goosh. And let's see if we can get a job up to Page. So cargo and passengers, why not? And let's see if you want to give us a flight up to Page. KPGA, that's what we're looking for. Let's see here now. Bryce is there. Bryce is a nice spot as well, is Bryce Canyon. All right, what about medical jobs? Nothing I can see there. Rescue? No. Free flight. I mean, this can go wherever we want it to go. A free flight. So let's put in Cage. KPGA. That's a free flight up to Page Municipal. We'll actually get 1,500 bucks for this. So I think we're going to do that, lads. It's just a free flight, but we'll also generate revenue for this. All right. So let me see. 17 hours for our next rank when it comes to our multi-engine. So I'm going to fly this mission. It's a free flight. You have the options, so it allows you just to pick custom flights, right? So let me see, it's going to be Grand Canyon up to Page. I'm going to fly now, and we're going to say, well, we no longer have 80%. Let's call it 70%. And let me see what else here. So we can validate the fuel. So our destination is going to be KPGA, and our alternate will bring us back to here, Grand Canyon. You need to validate fuel and payload. Let's go ahead and validate this. Good to see offset. We're saying +4. All right. So we're going to click fly now. Let's see if this works. Start our flight tracking. Looks good. All right. That's the first part done. So we're going to bring up our Garmin pilot. We're going to put in a new flight for this one. So let me see. Into our logbook. We're going to confirm this flight. And we're going to go to a new flight. Cancel this. Cancel that. So it's going to be a new flight. So we're going to clear that. And here's a new flight coming in. So we're going to add in the airport. So we're currently on the ground at Kilo Golf Charlie November, Grand Canyon. And we're going to fly direct over to Kilo Papa Golf Alpha, which is Page Municipal Airport, and 66.7 miles out the road. So we're going to do that. We're going to create the trip. We're flying in the correct aircraft, I hope. Let me see What is our aircraft for this? Aircraft. Activate. All right, okay. So let's look at our ownership because we're in a twin. It's a low wing twin. Oh. So that looks good to me. That's what our flight is going to entail. We'll bring up Navigraph here now as well. So here's a Navigraph, and we'll put in a new flight. So we're going to say unload, new flight, enter the route manually. So from Grand Canyon National Park over to Page Municipal, RTB. Let's go hide that. 68 miles, bearing 20 degrees. Now we're going to have some nice views up and along the canyon here as well. So we can actually fly up to the canyon and we'll just kind of follow around the canyon, have a bit of fun with that. Marble Canyon, and then it's into Page Municipal. This is going to be a nice little flight. Lovely. Hukalea says, question, does X-Plane have multiplayer? I don't think I've ever seen a video with X-Plane multiplayer. So yeah, technically it does. So in X-Plane, if you want to go the multiplayer route, all you need to do is click on... is it in data output? So see this network configuration? You can do it from there, right? Or network, multiplayer, add a multiplayer aircraft and that, or multiplayer machine. That's where everything connects in. It's not the most friendly way to do it, right? But it works. Other things you can do is you can utilize JoinFS because JoinFS also works over in the world of X-Plane. It's just not as tidy. So if anyone is flying at the moment, if you have JoinFS and you're fired up in Microsoft Flight Sim, well, I'll turn on JoinFS on this side, right? And I'll connect to the network. So I'm now flying on JoinFS, and if anyone would like to fly along with us, well, now you can, and you'll appear in X-Plane just as I'll appear in Microsoft Flight Sim. So by all means, if you want to do that, jump on in. If you don't know what JoinFS is, or you've never heard of it, just type in !JoinFS, and it gives you a way of flying multiplayer. It's what Skynet is going to do with Say Intentions, and that's going to do all the stuff for us here. So it's well worth it. Viper Strike, good to see you, buddy. I saw the missus burn all the crocs in Ireland outside the house. Jesus. Right. Let's get this aircraft configured, set up, and ready to rock. So we'll go to battery. And gyro's starting to spin. We'll okay this, and we're going to say nav lights are on, strobes can come on here as well. I'd say our fuel is going to be okay, so we're going to go full rich, open the throttle, park and brake is on. We're going to prime the right side. And we'll go for start. Right, left, both. We shall say clear prop. Clear prop.
System test okay.
Let's give it a start.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Good start on the right. Do the same on the left. There's a prime. Right, left, both. Clear prop. There's a good start on both. Alternators are on. We can see the fuel load, or the electrical load is working. Lovely. Avionics masters can come on. Close our window. Autopilot, electric trim, the heater, pitot heat, air blowers can all come on. Taxi light coming on. We'll be moving here now shortly. And let's dial things in. Yeah, you can use JoinFS. It's pretty cool. So let me see. It's the same JoinFS. If you're on X-Plane, you need the X-Plane version of it, you know? So yeah, if anyone wants to fly along, JoinFS is up and running. You can only get weather observations from aircraft on the network. Interesting. Right, let us go into our flight plan. Grand Canyon National Park, we're going to head up to Page Municipal. Enter that. Check the message. We'll go back one. Get to here, looking good. Autopilot is off, that's what we want. And it's just going to be a straight out taxi and blast off. Now, say intentions. We're going for a new flight. Canyon Ground, Firefly 235, just started up here on the ramp. at Kilo Golf Charlie November. We're flying VF4 up to Kilo Papa Golf Alpha. Request flight following. Altitude will be 10,500. Although that's a little bit high.
Firefly 235 on departure, maintain VFR at or below 10500. Departure on 124.85, squawk 4773. Expect runway 21.
On departure, maintain VF4 at or below 10,500. Departure 124.85, squawk 4773, and we'll expect runway 21, Firefly 235. 4773. Alright, so read back correct. Canyon Ground, Firefly 235, request taxi. Okay, we're looking good there, we're looking good there. Let's see what happens.
35, runway 21, taxi by Alpha, Alpha 1.
Taxi Alpha, Alpha 1, runway 21, Firefly 235. Alright, off the brakes. And, well, let's ramble up this way, sports fans. Spin around. And Firefly 235, we're holding short at Alpha 1 for runway 21.
Firefly 235, contact tower on 119.0 for departure clearance.
Over to tower 119.0, Firefly 235. Tower. Canyon Tower, Firefly 235, holding short runway 21, ready for departure.
Firefly 235, Canyon Tower, runway 21, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, runway 21, Firefly 235. Alright. Let's go. And another advantage to all of this, you can see that on air, it'll work on any sim. Say intentions, it'll work on any sim. Like it's amazing crossover capabilities that you have, which is just so handy. So we have flight following, 10,500. We don't need to worry about headings or courses or any of that jazz. Alright, get ourselves lined up. I might get rid of the old headphone simulation. There we go. Alright, so we are walking, we're talking. Flaps 10. Mixture's rich, prop is full. Let's go flying. Alright. Great sounds. Take a power set, airspeed alive. Doing the rudder pedal dance. There's 70 knots. Oopsie daisy. Positive rate of climb. And we're indicating.
Airborne time lock.
Holding 90 knots on our climb out. And we'll go gear up. Fly by. Alright. Flaps coming in. Flaps in. Yaw dampener. I'm not sure if you have a yaw dampener on this. Alright, climbing nicely. 10,500 is what we're looking for. Canyon Tower, Firefly 235, airborne passing 7,000. Yeah, but it works right now, Big Al. Same
Firefly
intentions.
235, maintain VFR at or below 10500.
Maintain VFR at or below 10500, 10,500 for Firefly 235. Alright. Right turn coming in. Easy does it now. Let's ease off some of that RPM. Gorgeous.
Firefly 235, contact departure.
Over to departure, Firefly 235. What was departure? Uh, 12485. 12485. Departure, Firefly 235, passing 8,000. Old veteran is here. Good to see you, Scott. Good morning to you, buddy.
Firefly 235, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
LA Center? Really? Cool. Only major thing, say intentions doesn't do an X-plane is traffic injection. That's coming though. That is coming. Alright, so we're at or below 10,500. We're kind of heading east, so we need an odd altitude, so we'll probably go up to 9 or 5 here. And what we'll do, we'll lock this guy in. We're going to go heading. And we're just going to keep the attitude up to 8.5 will probably do us, but I'm just looking at the mountains in the distance. Well, no, I think 8.5 is going to do us, lads. So we'll lock in altitude hold here now in a moment. Alright, let's hold 8.5. And ease off some of this prop. There we go. We're looking good. So we're now heading up to Page Municipal, and we're here in the Beechcraft Duchess Model 76. Gorgeous. This one from Just Flight. All right. So we're going to ramble up. We're maintaining VFR at or below 10,500. Right. Our time change Monday, or our time change on Monday, so I don't have to get up at 5 a.m. to watch. Ah, no way! Yeah, I don't know what to do, lads. So when our clocks go back, I don't know. Do I change my times back to 2000 Zulu, or do we maintain 1900 Zulu? You know what I mean? I must say the pace of change in say intentions is amazing to watch. Where they were compared to, or where they are today compared to when I first aware of them. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's unbelievable. Spring forward, fall back. Yeah. I'm unsure what to do. So we're going to maintain VFR. We're currently at 8,500. Go ahead and get these cowl flaps closed. Carb heat, I never tested that, but that does work as well. All our temperatures are looking good though. Slick one reckons 1900. APM local is good. You see, the problem with the 8 p.m. local is in Ireland, it means it's 9 p.m. local in Europe. That's the only thing. You know? And because I've an opportunity now that I've never had before, meaning that, you know, I mean, I can absolutely lock in a 7 o'clock my time stream start. I don't know, I'll think on it. I'll see what my options are like. Man, this is pretty. You can stay up late now without worrying about the next day, you know? Zulu time remains Zulu no matter what daylight saving time is. No, I know that, but what I do, Virtue Sim, I move it from 1900 Zulu to 2000 Zulu. You know? So if I kept it on 1900 Zulu, regardless, well then my time changes, Zulu doesn't. You know what I mean? Lies! Yeah, Zulu time is... why the world doesn't just work on Zulu time, I'll never know. I'll never know. But it is what it is. Also, another huge thing with Say Intentions, lads, they've implemented virtual airlines. So, like, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but on my Say Intention screen, it shows our Firefly Air livery now. And if we click on that, it brings us straight to our Firefly Air hub. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. It's absolutely fantastic. Right. We're looking good, we're looking good.
Firefly 235, Los Angeles Center. I need to amend your flight. Can you tell me your destination?
Firefly 235 destination is Kilo, Papa, Golf, Alpha, Page, Municipal. I vote we just ditch time altogether. Womby, good to see you, buddy.
Firefly 235, Page Municipal acknowledged. Radar contact established.
That was interesting. Yeah, it's not an issue for streaming 24/7. Yeah, 100%. Womby, hope you're well, buddy. Good to see you. I plan on doing my first flight for Firefly Air this afternoon. Nice one, Malky. Nice. Yeah, like, I try not to stay up too late now because, like, I'm awake in the morning anyway with the missus and the young fella getting ready for, like, work and school and stuff. And I don't want to be that guy still in bed. Do you know what else is only brilliant here, lads? This is all locked in using Say Intentions on my phone. Using Pocket Sky, right? So everything that I'm doing in the flight is actually being recorded by Pocket Sky. And if I can go in and look at all my radio communications, I can say, hey, replay that, right? Watch this.
Firefly 235, Page Municipal acknowledged. Radar contact established.
Right? And I can now use the scratch pad, which I think the craft screen is a little bit too small. I need to give them feedback on that. So, like, I can tell you, you can write in... Actually, can a pencil work? No, you can't use a pencil on your phone. Oh, well. But you can use a scratch pad on your phone. And that's all with Pocket Sky. Isn't it brilliant? Now you can change this just to notes, and you can change all this to like craft, taxi, departure, arrival, ATIS, frequency, approach, all that stuff. Like, this is so very cool with Pocket Sky. It is unbelievably cool, lads. It's unbelievably cool. Earlier the better. You're not as young as you used to be, right? I'm bad enough. Imagine if I had the sim on mobile. I'd never do a thing in real life, right? Where do your metrics indicate your biggest audience is based for the evenings? It's always the same. It's always the same. Like, there's a different breakdown in audience in global locations depending on a bit of a left turn. Depending on where they are in the world, like, if you go that little bit earlier, it's not ideal for the Americans. If you go that little bit later, it's not ideal for the Europeans. It's really good. It's really good. Like, if I were doing comms or frequencies, right? So let me see, KPGA, right? KPGA, search. So here's the ATIS for Page Municipal. And we can get a TAF as well. I mean, it's absolutely incredible what you can do with this. It's all powered by St. Engines. Like, it's class stuff, lads. Class. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Yeah, we're looking good. Let me see. So the canyon kind of rambles up to our left here. So we'll go left. This is the joys of VFR flying, right?
Firefly 235, contact Denver departure on 125.125.
Over to Denver on 125, Firefly 235. Denver departure, Firefly 235, 8,500.
Firefly 235, Denver departure. Good morning, Tuba altimeter 299er2.
Good morning, altimeter 299er2, Firefly 235. To a King Solomon. That way no one's happy, right? No, we'll see, we'll see. We're going good though. Right? Do.
Firefly 235, altitude at your discretion.
Altitude at my discretion, Firefly 235. Very nice of them.
Firefly 235, altitude at your discretion.
Alright, 8,500. Man, look at that view. That's pretty, isn't it? Elaine, good morning. Hope you're well. Is it Alien or Elaine? Very welcome in. Alright, airspeed is good. Ground speed is better, 160. And we're just going to kind of ramble up by the canyon here until we get over the Page. Like, we can see some beautiful mountains there in the distance, look. Look at that. Stunning. The GA traffic injection is really great. Yeah, it's awesome. Only problem with X-Planes, sometimes it looks washed out. Yeah. What, Murphy show discretion? Murphy shows discretion all the time. Sure. Right, we'll do one of these, look. Yes. And one of those with one of these. And sure, listen, we might even get one of those. This will work. Oh, yeah. Pretty little airplane. Snarf, this is the Beechcraft Duchess, the Model 76 from Just Flight. It's very like a Seminole though, very like it, very similar. A little bit bigger. Looks like a Seminole used to fly. Nice. Tony Curtis is here. Good to see it. Without getting into reshade, I haven't used reshade with X-Plane. I don't really feel the need for it, you know, not yet anyway. But it's very impressive. It's a gorgeous sim. So we're motoring on here nicely. We're about 40 miles out, and we're just kind of taking our time here, heading around the canyon, and this is a nice little flight. We're going to be in Microsoft Flight Sim on Thursday during the day with OnAir. We're going to be flying the Piaggio, the P180 Avanti. Ooh, we're going to do that in Italy. Start out in Rome. Blue FX House of the Saturation. Nice. Canyon of the Grand Variety. Yes, Doug, indeed. Yes. No, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, flying up this neck of the wall, flying anywhere in the States. I love flying in the States. General aviation was just like, you know, that's the home of it. You know what I mean? And while we do have options in Europe and whatnot, you know, I think
Hello there.
Flying in the States in general aviation is just class, you know. Bin Man, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, it's a little bit bright, but I mean, you know, it's very believable. Very pretty. So fuel burn, pressure, temperatures, everything's looking really good. -2 degrees outside the aircraft. I'm not getting an EGT read. That's interesting. There we go. We do make it easier for GA here compared to Europe. Yeah, 100%, Scott. 100%. It's gorgeous though. Like it's you know, flying these sort of airplanes in a flight sim. I love this, man. And that is such a pretty plane. And like the livery, it's all custom. I created that myself using the dynamic livery. It's very, very pretty, isn't it? Like the detailing is absolutely savage, I think. Gorgeous. Be a divot to keep clean now. Although we can add dirt and grime to it. It'd be a divot to keep kind of shiny. Very pretty. Like you, GA is my favorite. Yeah, man. I mean, the airliners are great fun, don't get me wrong, but like GA just lends itself to like, it's a different type of flying altogether, but it's great. Uploaded to Discord real life what you look like on my 75. Oh, Jesus. Murphy on a 75-inch display. Oh, Jesus. Oh, 75 inches though. That looks awesome. Cheers, Big Al. Alrighty, how are we getting on? We're doing well. It's a different kind of flying, yeah. A different type of flighting. Sunjammer, good to see you, buddy. That's what she said. Tomcat, welcome in. You guys. Alright, so we're going to be planning our arrival into Page. Runway options. I'm thinking runway 25. No, we're not. We're thinking either 15 or 33. Runway 15 or 23. So let's go into our airports here. And let's go ahead and bring up Page. That's what she looks like.
Hello there.
Alright, let's look at the charts. Page. American Aviation, we like that. MJ Gravina, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Page Municipal, time zone, UTC -7. Elevation of the airport 4,300. Alright. Let us see, friends. Let us see. Down to the right hand a little bit. Hammer Nails, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Think I need a bigger TV, though. Just need to convince the missus. Yeah. Bigger is better. Just say your eyes are strained and, you know... Jesus, that's a view and a half right there, isn't it? Look at that. Man alive, that's gorgeous. Look at the cloud formation there. Jesus. It's kind of dangerous. Ducks, good to see you. It looks like they're fully rich. No, they're down a bit, so fully rich is up here. So they're down a smidgen. We're good, we're good. It's the start of a tornado. It looks like it, doesn't it? Alright, we're looking good. Oh, that's a view and a half right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Sweet. Old veteran says, I have a 75-inch. I could fit a 77-inch in the family room, which I could put in a larger one. The wife would approve. She would or she wouldn't approve? 70 friggin' inches. 70. This is a 48-inch. This is massive. She would approve, really. MJ says mine's really small.
Flight 235, contact Los Angeles Center on 127.35.
Over to LA Center 127.35. Firefly 235. Los Angeles Center, Firefly 235, 8,500. My wife would approve if I can put a larger one too. Wait. Oh.
Firefly 235, Los Angeles Center. Good morning, Marble Canyon, altimeter 299er2.
Altimeter 299er2, Firefly 235. Good morning. As we know, Grand Canyon dug with the Irish on the weekend. It was from Jammer. The Grand Canyon invented by the Irish. And very important, we'd had a Grand Canyon in Ireland. We just didn't have space for it, you know. Your parents had an 85-inch TV? What? Peace One, it keeps trying to convince the missus to get a 100-inch for the living room. Chocks, you're not sorry. Oh. Thing was massive. Jesus. Crazy. Crazy. All right. At what stage did we talk to Paige? Or maybe there's only CTAF here. Also, a Grand Canyon in Ireland would soon become a Grand Lake. Yes. Yes, it would. Costco has a 100-inch LED on sale. How much, out of interest, Scott, is a 100-inch or OLED TV? The Galway Canyon, right? It's an affliction. I can't pass an innuendo without sticking to one. I say you have great fun with, like, you know, Indiana Jones. It was a large living room. The couch is 20 feet away. What, really? Jesus. I think it was $3,200.
235, Page Airport at your 1 o'clock, 13 miles. Change to advisory, frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR.
Roger. We have the airport at 1 o'clock at 13 miles. Changing to advisory. 122.8. Radar services terminated. We will squawk VFR. Firefly 235. All right, so for Paige, frequency, Paige Municipal Unicom is 1228. Hello. Paige traffic, Firefly 235, Beechcraft Duchess, twin engine. We are 10 miles out. Planning a full stop runway 33, page. Only problem with the Grand Canyon, it was supposed to be a pilot hole and was supposed to have been gone over to a right mess. Wait, what? Right-handed patterns on page. Ooh. Rico, good to see you. Well, for the metric people, 2.2 meters, right? Can always have a projector. True. On a 50-inch DLP, it was $2,000. Whoa. Yeah, that's insane, man. Page traffic, Firefly 235. We're going to enter left base, runway 33, full stop, page. Alrighty, autopilot. Coming off. I have control. Lights on. Let's ease out some of our power here. And we can start dipping the nose down. Looking good. Oh yeah. Looking good. Landing gear. I bought an off-brand OLED for the cadets, put in the training room. 75-inch for $650. What? Really? A Hisense 110-inch is 19,000. What, Sunjammer? 19,000. LG 97-inch UHD commercial displays are 33,000. Should we get two of them? TVs are expensive over here. Like, for me to get the latest LG OLED 48-inch, it's about like €1,700. That's about $2,100. TVs are dear out here, like. Have we a button to silence that? We do. No. Alright. Bit of RPM. That'll certainly help with our decel. My LG OLED 48-inch was £900. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Us Irish have a great way of ripping people off. We've been doing it now for, you know, millennia. That looks like Page right there. It is. Is that a runway then? Looks like it. Easy. Easy. Easy does it. Alright, let's go 10 degrees flaps. Nearly 10 degrees. Gear coming down. Alrighty. Ever seen the Porsche Design Studio 201-inch screen outdoor TV? Really? Best thing about X-Plane is that it doesn't want you to exit the plane all the time. I still haven't figured out what that bug is in Microsoft Flight Sim. Page traffic, Firefly 235 turning final, runway 3 full stop, Page. Alright, 90 knots. Easy now. Look good. Overshot that a little bit. Yeah, right. I'm lucky the missus loves her tech now. She has allowed me to improve her viewing experience. She poo-pooed me when I wanted many years ago to put in surround sound. Once installed, she was amazed. She now just says, get what is best. That must have that years of training, Scott. You must teach us how you have achieved such a magical thing. Alright, flaps 20. Alright, prop full. Mr. Rich. Let's see what we can do here. Landing into Page. Bit of a crosswind. Page traffic, Firefly 235, 2 mile final, runway 33, full stop, Page. Easy now. You just let them think it was their idea. Yeah. Lots of wine helps. You need to know what they like and give it to them. Yeah.
500.
Yeah, big smooth talking, Jesse. Brilliant. That's hilarious. Page, traffic, Firefly 235, short final, runway 33, full stop, Page. Right. Easy now, Jemima. Oh, look at that. There's a plane etched into the satellite imagery, look. That's cool looking. Alright, watch your speed. Easy now. Slightly off the centre line. Watch the flare. Hold the nose. Just bleed it off. Touchdown.
Landing time logged.
Easy now. Easy now. Bit of manual braking. And we'll vacate over here in Alpha 3. Page traffic, Firefly 235, vacated the runway onto Alpha 3, taxiing to the terminal, Page. Alright, flaps coming in. Flaps in. Landing lights off. Welcome to Page. QLED. Are they any good, QLED? I don't know, man. Just rumble in. Man, all the hangars up here. Look at this. It's awesome. We'll go down to the T hangar, sure. The new thing is mini LED. 144 hertz, Commander Balosh. That's pretty good, man. You can currently get a 100-inch TV or 100-inch TV for $1,700. Jesus. Yeah, that's not bad. The Irish Amazon site, rip off. Some things are okay, but like, I was even looking at one of those faster SSDs, the NVMe. It was 400 on Amazon.de, and it was like 600 on Amazon.ie. Do the maths there, lads. Like, what? Crazy. Alrighty, that'll do us. Park brake on. Taxi light off.
Jesus.
Left engine off. Right engine off.
The flight is finished.
The flight
Been
has been
monitored
finished.
by OnAir.
Excellent. Alright, let's power come out. Lights coming off. Looking good there. Looking good there. And battery. Fantastic. Well, that was a lot of fun. I better close that door for the L replay. Right. Mission complete. So let's go into OnAir and see what see how we did on this flight, lads. So, very smooth. We got 134 in our landing rate, 72 knot speed on this one. Let's go and have a look at the record. Even the UK site is better. Big business. Yeah, it is, man. It is. Nice. We got 100% on this one as well. Excellent stuff. Flight plan was good. That was our climb profile, our stats all the way through it. We also got some additional bonus experience points. Airframe condition, normal wear and tear. So we weren't rough with anything. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and okay that. Level 3, we're getting lots and lots of experience points. More money added in, so we're making good old money on this one. And let me see. As I said, I'm going to start adding. I will do that maybe. We'll start looking into this on Thursday. I'm going to add in maybe an AI pilot, get him to fly the Comanche when we're off doing other stuff. Because I want to see if we can build this up a little bit more. And then, of course, then actually actively start looking at our virtual airline in here. You know? Remember the time we played Flight Sim on a monochrome? Yeah, man. The Kingston KC3000 is a great value one. What's the speed, though? Shame you can't just buy something here and bring it back to you on your carry-on. Don't know if it'd fit in the overhead, though. Yeah, dude. Scott, when we were over there for Expo, myself, Gibbo, and Jeppesen, we went to wasn't Best Buy. What was the other one? What was the computer shop? Jesus, what was the name of the computer shop? Wasn't Best Buy. 7,000. Yeah, I'll have that with the 990. Micro Center, that's the one, guys. We went to Micro Center, and that was just like, you know, a dangerous shop. And I was going to buy a laptop. It was like $300 for like a touchscreen laptop, decent, like 16 gigs of RAM and all the rest. It was in Boston, sorry, yeah. And I was going to get it, and it wasn't in stock. I was like, well, sure, can I buy this one off you? They're like, no. Oh. But like the stuff you can get, lads, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Right, go back to the lobby. So that's OnAir. We've done our 2 flights, and I'm having so much fun with this. I am absolutely loving OnAir. It is incredible. As for our aircraft, we'll go back here and do a replay, and let's see what it can do. Yeah, we'll get a replay coming in. Lovely. This looks like it's the right airport. Yeah, it is. So this will show us turning on final. There she be. So we'll do one of these, and we'll do one of those, and one of these. I think that worked. Yes, it did. Nerd Candy Shop, right? It's fantastic, though, isn't it? Now, let me see. We need a bit of tunage. So we better do, I suppose we better do something like this, I think. See what happens. Jesus. So here we are turning final. We kind of overshot this one a little bit. I've got about an hour from the house. Oh, really? Scott, that's proper dangerous. Hey, Crotty ordered the next level Flight Stand Pro recently from Amazon UK. €50 discount, delivered was 30, and Amazon.ie was 200 for delivery. Jesus. Like, what are they thinking? They're never going to get Amazon.ie to take off if they're doing that sort of messing. You know what I mean? Trying to entice you to come visit. Scott, I'm telling you, man, I do think about it all the time. Well, I'll just rumble over to Texas for the crack. Stay with you for just a few days, you know. Maybe do some streaming over there. Go exploring. It upset the missus something fierce. Where are you off to? Just, you know. He lines up the approach. Murphy to serve. Well, that's a pretty plane, this, isn't it? Yeah, the landing lights, yeah, they need a bit of work for sure. Oh, yeah. Contact on the right first, see that? That was interesting looking. Alright, play this guy back a bit. Nice. Lots of aviation stuff and beef. We're sold. We're sold. Oh yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Gorgeous. All right. Yeah, the lens flare and the landing lights, they know it's a bug. I think, you know, they need to do something to kind of fix it, you know? They will. A side profile. Man, look at the elevation here. It's cool looking, isn't it? Beautiful. Ah, that was pretty. Right, let me see if we go back to here. Because I want to see, there's stuff in the aircraft I'm not familiar with. For example, is this like a drain point? That's what it looks like, isn't it? I can really load to it. It looks, it is, it's a drain. That's what it is. All right, okay. Now, what else did I want to check out? Because there is a door, or there's a flap on this. Can't open it though. That's unfortunate. Be great to get into the engine, wouldn't it? But yeah, Just Flight did a cracking job on this, as did Thranda. It's very, very good, isn't it? X-Plane has come a long way. It really has. It really has. Right, aircraft options. Let's go ahead and put in the ground equipment, and that's going to call us on today's flight, lads. That was an awful lot of fun. That was an awful lot of fun. What a great airplane, the Duchess. We'll have to take this out for a blast again someday soon. It's just an incredible machine. It's fun to fly. It looks great, sounds great, flies great. They've done a great job. Back to work, says Virtual Sim, right? Just got X-Plane after 2024. Before that, I haven't simmed since FSX. No way, MJ. That's awesome, man. Oh, welcome back to the simulated world of aviation. It's pretty cool, right? The yeah, I'm geeking out with like the stuff that we have here in flight sims now. Like it's just incredible. Like, and as I said, like it depends on the sim. Like you can have any sim at this stage. You're going to get awesome experiences. For me, my absolute favorite is still Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's I've always enjoyed jumping into X-Plane because you can have some really nice flights here. And the likes of Say Intentions, the likes of OnAir, everything's working together across all these platforms. It's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant. Hey, Swap is here. Good to see you, Swap. Nathan Norris, welcome in. Tried the Aztec. Which one is the the Piper Aztec? So what have we got, right? So I have the Aerostar, but that's, yeah, the Islander isn't bad. The Model 76 is nice. We have, of course, the Bonanza, the 172, a 208, a 206. I have the SR-22s, the Challenger, which is friggin' nuts. I have the Aerobasque DA-62. That's real nice. We have a C-47 in there. Lancer, that's the default. King Air, which is lovely. We have the Just Flight PA-28. We have a Phenom 300 by Aerobasque, which is real nice. What else do we got? I got a good few airliners in this. Got some choppers too. The 109, the 139, Gazelles. We got an F-19 stealth bomber in there, or stealth fighter. Don't think there was an Aztec in the sim. I'm flying it now. It's alive. Ooh. The default A330 is nice. Indie builds have their A300 there. 737s, they're excellent. 757, 767, 747 that we have. The 777 from Flight Factor, incredible stuff. Concorde is in there. We also have the E-Jets from X-Crafts. They're incredible aircraft. We have FlyJ Sims Q400. The IXCG Classic is in there. We have the Tolus 319, the Tolus 320. Oh no, it's Flight Factor's 320. That's what it is. The BAE 146. Absolutely gorgeous airplane. Gorgeous airplane. You need to get some of the classic Boeings. Ooh, it's the first time. Can I meet you here? Says Abbas. Wait, what? You're welcome in, Abbas. So you're saying there's an Aztec? Is there an Aztec? Unscale that divil. Let's go over to the X-Plane store. X-Plane.org store. General Aviation. Piper. So I have the Aerostar, but like you can't compare that now with what's in Microsoft Flight Sim. There's a Seminole, the Arrow, you got a Cherokee. Well, there is an Aztec Sim Hangar or X Hangar. It's $20. Who made this? V-Flight Air PA-28? Piper Archer is in there. Cherokee 6. A Malibu. Tomahawk. That's Just Flight's Tomahawk, I think. An Archer. There's another Archer. We got 2 Archers. A Cheyenne. They're beautiful. There's another Archer. Jesus, we've loads of them. Right, let's look at some of these. Do you have the Torque Sim planes? I have a few, Slick One, yeah. Where is this now? Okay, so this is X-Plane 12. Aerosphere. A Seminole. Ooh. Rid of the music. So a Piper Seminole. Oh, she's modern. She's modern. She's a glass cockpit. This looks very nice. Yeah, that's a pretty plane. Look at that. Modern cockpit. G1000s. And a G5 in there for good measure. Yeah, that's not bad looking. Sure, it's not. That is nice. What's the damage on that one? $35. Requirement. Okay, what have we got? Aerosphere simulations. Modeled using Piper's POH. Okay. Oh, there's a steam gauge there as well. Nice. All right, so VR friendly X-Plane 12 native rain effects, Garmin G1000s, 530 and 430. Yeah. Requires X-Plane 12.1. That's okay. Version history. Initially released in August 2024. I don't like seeing that. Like, here's a developer who, like, no update in a year. A year? Now, unless, of course, they're using Skunkcrafts. You know what I mean? Hey, that's something maybe to keep an eye on. The Piper Aztec from X Hangar, that's $20. It doesn't look great. It's very, you know, that's not drawn to me. Price is low. V-Flight Air Arrow. That's X-Plane 11 only. I thought I had that. Piper Archer from Aerosphere. So here's another aircraft from Aerosphere. Modern. Sometimes the ground handling in X-Plane can be a little bit freaking weird. It's like, you know, it's like you're flying on ice. You know what I mean? And for $35, I like to see updates. Yeah, 100%. Sparker, good to see it. The Aerobasque Epic, I have that. The Epic is real nice. Version history, 2021. 2021. Actually, it's X-Plane 11. Forget that. This is X-Plane 11. That was Coronado's Malibu. Just Flight. X-Plane. They haven't brought their Tomahawk up to X-Plane 12 yet. I'd like to see that updated. Their PA-28s are awesome. Just Flight PA-28. That's an awesome, awesome airplane. That's an... Oh, hang on. Do I want to have the Archer? How have I not got an Archer? Huh. Just Flight did the Archer, lads. It's all modern avionics, though. I don't know how I feel about that. Virgin history. Updated to X-Plane 12. I might look into the Archer as well, so... Well, here's another Archer. This one, Just Flight Archer 3 versus Archer TX. Oh. It'll be steam gauge, please. Ooh. This doesn't look too bad, does it? Thomas Rasmussen. Thomas is the master of trailers. Grippy, good to see you. Have you ever tried the T-Flight HOTAS? Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty. Thomas Rasmussen, man, he makes some of the best videos ever in X-Plane. He is a gifted video creator. Gifted. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? $45. I gotta say, this Seminole is looking interesting, but it hasn't got an update in a year. But it looks pretty, doesn't it? I mean, this looks very pretty. There's the steam gauge doesn't look great. Seminole is a great airplane. Like Coronado Seminole in Flight Sim, it's really nice. It's a beautiful looking plane. What was it? X-Aviation, wasn't it? X-Aviation. Problem with X-Aviation, though, their aircrafts have not been updated in quite some time. You know what I mean? Aerobasque, so their fleet, what do we have? I do have the Epic E1000. I have the DA52. I have their Phenom. The Eclipse 550, I had an X-Plane 11. That was a great little jet. That was a great jet. The Velocity V-Twin, we had that in X-Plane 11. DA50 we have, and the Pipistrel Panthera. I had all of these in X-Plane 11. The Epic G1000, it's now working in... you previously purchased this back in 2019, so I have this airplane. It was last updated in 2023, or at least according to the website. This is a great airplane. It's mad looking, but it's great. This is similar now. This is up there with your PC-12s and TBMs. You know? It's a great machine. Aerobasque makes some quality add-ons as well. Look at the shape of it. Isn't it mad looking? It's the same engine. Any interest in the Airfoil Labs King Air? Yeah, man, that's an awesome plane. I do have that. Hands down favorite is the King Air. King Air is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. That little plane was a rocket. Yeah, it really was. Pipistrels to avoid swearing. Nice. Yeah, the E1000, it's a great airplane. It really is. It was always nice to fly. And like the performance was unbelievable. Flew that on Pilot Edge a few times. So I have that. So we could take that out for a blast, right? The Phenom is just, I love the Phenom. Now I know that Evis Reborn are working on one of these for Microsoft Flight Sim. The Phenom is just a cool looking jet. It really is. I mean, it's just, isn't it? Relatively simple to get in the air, but man alive, it's a good jet. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Might take that out for a flight soon, actually, the Phenom. So we own that as well. The Eclipse, this was never updated, unfortunately. This is another little banger of a plane. The 550, tiny little yoke. But again, done so very well. Loads of little features in it. And yeah, man, it's friggin' cool looking. And it has tip tanks. You gotta love tip tanks, right? Yeah, a great machine, this. 550, I put some serious time into that as well. Just a pity though, it's not available over in the world of X-Plane 12. The Velocity V Twin, same, she's not X-Plane 12. The Diamond DA50, I have that in Microsoft Flight Sim. That's a nice plane. Pipistrel Pantera, again, she's not working in X-Plane 12. Our Phenom is there though, that's good. What else? That's all the Aerobask stuff. Airfoil Labs, Just Flight, Thranda. So Thranda, I have most of their aircraft. I didn't pick up the PC-12 though. And the 337 looks real nice as well. Actually, that's one on my list. The 337 and the PC-12. I have the Beaver. So the 337, we all know that. Is the DA50 worth getting in flights? Yeah, I think it is. The DA50 is really nice. The 337, I mean, that's a gorgeous plane. I was always fascinated with that. It was a push-pull configuration with Cessna. I flew in one of these. The one I flew in is actually sitting down in Shannon now. They're a weird, mad-looking airplane. That's on my list. That's definitely something I'm going to grab. And it is working in X-Plane 12. So there's 3 good aircraft. The PC-12, this is another one I'm interested in. 44.95. This one a little bit on the heavy side. But it's a PC-12. And it's, you know, PC-12s are just nice. But I have a PC-12 over Microsoft Flight Sim. So it's hard to say, right, I'm going to grab one over an X-Plane. You know what I mean? You can argue the 337 is the same. The Beaver is very good. I have this. Well, maybe I had it for X-Plane 11 and that's why I'm getting a discount. Yeah, that's what it is. This is an awesome plane. Thranda did a great job here showing off the radial engine. Really, really good. Yeah, it is, It's a little bit steep, isn't it? Some of their aircraft are steep. What else do we have? So that's Thranda. Who else? V-Flight Air. Again, so that's their Cherokee 140. They have a twin Comanche, but that's actually over in the world now of Microsoft Flight Sim. They did a Turbo Otter as well, which is interesting. I flew some of their older stuff. V-Sky Labs, these lads make absolutely mad things. Have you ever seen V-Sky Labs? We'll have a look at them here now in a moment. Why is the internet so slow? So the Cherokee 140 looks nice. That's just like flight school plane right there. It's nice, isn't it? Gonna Jet. MJ, have a good one, buddy. Take care. That's pretty. The Twin Comanche, $34. Again, it's in Flight Sim, so there's nothing drawing me to X-Plane to pick it up over there. You know what I mean? V-Flight Air. So where is they're not loading up? There was a web page error, really? General Aviation, V-Sky Labs. There we go. So the SR-71, they have mad stuff in here, lads. Mad stuff. The no tail, that's friggin' nuts. The Icon A5. I have the F1, or I have the F19. They have a Technam in there. They have some really interesting aircraft. A Junkers A50. Jesus. The Rutan model Pond Racer. Did you see the state of this thing? Look at this. I mean, this is the this is cool looking. It's a no tail rotor design helicopter. Video is a bit mad looking. It doesn't want to load. It's like something out of friggin' James Bond, look. That's mad looking, isn't it? Do I have the FlyJ Sim 732? I do. And their 727. Tail rotors were just a phase. That's a decent looking chopper. I must, Jesus, yeah. I must look into that. How does that work? Is it a jet or something? Yeah, how does it fly? That's real interesting. That's one to check out. Look at this mad divil of a yoke. A Rudin Model 158. Like, they make some really, really strange machines, don't they? Yeah, oh yeah, the MD500 had one. Yeah. There's a set of jets in the tail. Look at the state of this thing. Jesus. Friggin' nuts, right? Weirdest thing ever. That's on sale. That's interesting. The SR71, I have this. Or do I? No, I don't. I don't have the SR71. I never grabbed this. That looks freaking awesome, doesn't it? Jesus. The bleed air circulated out of a slit in the empennage. Really, Gilmer? Okay. That's cool looking, isn't it? What an absolutely mad machine is the SR71. I have a video on it to do. Skylabs. The website is really bad today. It doesn't want to load. Go to YouTube. Mr. GPHI is upside down and in the chat. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Mad machine. Mad machine. Modeling's a little bit rough. When is the SR72 coming to Microsoft Flight Sim? Soon, TM, hashtag, exclamation point, hieroglyphics, Chinese writing. Soon. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. Look at this state of that thing, look. Comprehensive F-mod sounds, nice. Man alive. Look at the size of the engines on that thing. Highly accurate climb and cruise profiles. This thing could do like what? Mach 2 and a bit? Wasn't it? More? That's crazy looking. SR71A model. It can do three and a bit. Mach 3 and a bit. That's incredible. That actually looks pretty good. There's a lot of detail going on there. And I do like the V-Skylab stuff. D21 Mach 3 drone. Jesus. I do like some of their aircraft. You know? So that's the SR71. That's like $20. That's not bad. What else? I have their F19, which is class. X-Hanger, Beech Cessna. So Thranda V-Skylab's X-Hanger, Super Decathlon, C-130. These are all kind of the lesser-ish, I think, X-Hanger, aren't they? The Mall. Canada, a DHC-5. Gulfstream. How did they get away with calling it Gulfstream? Like, how did, like, they don't get away with that. Gulfstream just never, ever allow their aircraft to be put into flight sims. Jeez, what's going on here? The Gulfstream 5, a G5. What's wrong with the website, lads? Come on, we're up there now. Come on, up. The modeling, see what I mean? It's just a little bit kind of basic. Yeah. No, you're all right, thanks. It's kind of what developers could do in the world of X-Plane at the time, but some way more skill than others. You know what I mean? The Embraer I have as a, like, that's, we must take that for a blast. Aviation then. So the 525, the Citation Jet by Torque Sim, this is their newest aircraft, and it's well, the price tag in this one is heavy. Let this one load up. Why is the internet so slow? Speed test. That's $84. Ooh, why is my speed so slow? That's very interesting. It's like it's using the wrong internet. How do we figure that one out? Lights flashing all over the place. Network. Network 3, no internet access. What is going on here, lads? Network, Ethernet is connected. Network 3 is not. No internet, it says. That's a problem. Ethernet 3. Disable. Enable. Wonder if I got to it. How is there no internet coming through on me 5 gig? Still see. Yeah, have I paid the bill? Why is it not working? This is very interesting now. Let's do a speed test over here. Speed test. Okay, so it's working on the streaming PC. That's interesting. It's not working on this one. Okay, now it says Ethernet connected. Right, let's try a speed test again. Why is he using Vodafone? There you go. 4,500. Now you're talking. That's what we wanted. Jeez, I got a fright there. Anyway, this is expensive. Now it's pretty. It's nice. And I think Conti has it, and I've watched them fly it, and I'm like, ooh. But like, I don't know how much I'm going to fly that. Torque Sim, like they've made some crackers. Their TBM is amazing. $85, lads. I mean, that's a tall order, isn't it? That's a tall order. The TBM, the Saab, the Challenger, which I have, the BAE Jetstream. I saw someone using that in flights in X-Plane 12. Can't remember who, but I saw someone using it. The Mooney collection was actually pretty good as well. The Mitsubishi, yeah, that was okay. The Islander, I have that. The SR22, I have those. So, and I have the real SimGear DA40. That was actually pretty good as well. I rate the TBM all the time, but it's not an X-Plane 12. Yeah. Like their TBM, it's just not ready for X-Plane 12. Which is, you know, unfortunate. Because that was a great machine. Great machine. $70. Jesus. The Saab 340, again, real good, but doesn't work in X-Plane 12. That was the leading edge simulations Saab. That was excellent. Excellent. The Hotstar Challenger, this still is the most expensive. This is $124.95. But man alive, what a simulation. This is, you know, the mother of all simulations is the Hotstar Challenger. It's excellent. The IXEG, X-Plane 12 officially supported. I need to fly in this again. I do love me an L Classic 737. The SR22s, these are done very well. And they're $70 as well. The Jetstream J Roll-On. I saw someone using this in X-Plane 12, but I think it's patched. J Roll-On made some really nice stuff, but he kind of disappeared a bit then, you know. Do they have an F-22 on X-Plane? Yeah, I think so. A lot of the cool aircraft from X-Plane 11 don't work. Yeah. Jetstream, that's something. Like PMDG, but that was more FSX back in the day. They had a DC-6 in X-Plane for a while. Mooney, baby. Oh, the M20 Ovation. Nice. Steam gauge all the way, please. It only works in X-Plane 11, which is a problem. But basically, it's your Mooney with a whole load of detailing. Lots and lots of detailing. It's very pretty looking. I do love me the M20 Ovation. But again, there's a decent one in Microsoft Flight Sim, so it's very hard to make the push over. X-Aviation, they got some nice stuff, but it's dear though. This V-Sky Labs yoke, that's interesting now. I do like the look of this. There was a video there. What does it look like in the video? HD. Up into 4K. Play. Playing interesting music. Such a weird camera angle to record a video, isn't it? That, like, what? It's not like showcase the aircraft instead of just, you know what I mean? Videos. Ah, here we go. Test pilot. Oh, that's in the sim. Jesus, look at that, lads. That's impressive looking, isn't it? That's impressive. Now, is it music or is it just sound? Oh, hang on a second. Let's play this one, lads. Let's play this one. Yeah, that is nice, lads, isn't it? Yeah, that looks real nice. That's a nice looking machine. Do we have any reviews of it? We do. Ah, Stephen Dutton, he's the man. So what's he saying? Most helicopter accidents are usually two major causes. First are gearbox, most common. The second is tail strike. Right, drive it on down here now to the summary. And then we can read back. And then I'll start thinking about, do I want this? It looks, Jesus, you've loads of different add-ons. It looks like a great machine. Right, down to the summary here now. Night lighting. Yeah, it looks pretty at night. Liveries. Okay, summary. For decades, helicopter manufacturers have been looking for ways to replace the blade rotors at the rear of the aircraft for better anti-torque. The idea to replace the fragile blades with thrust goes all the way back to the 1930s and then again in the late 60s. Then there was the development of the NOTAR system that dates back to 1975. When engineers at Hughes Helicopters began the concept. Skylab's product, it's a very technical aircraft with great modelling and excellent detail, but you won't find menus and a whole lot of different variants and features here. But they are not basic, but very well thought out aircraft based more on their excellent flying characteristics. The only variant feature here is the NO2 or the 902, which is equipped with long range external fuel tanks. The MD 902X aircraft comes with the Laminar Research G1000, 2 displays Avionics. It also has a modified hood, both excellent here, with also the authentic electronic engine indication crew and alert system in ECAS. Avitab is also installed in the tablet. Both pilots are nicely animated. Lighting is excellent as well. Rounded sound. It's multi-layered with high fidelity immersive audio. The aircraft is listed under early access statement. It's very functional and an immersive experience of an exciting anti-torque concept. And yes, it has areas in the flight profile that are different to blade tail yaw systems. But that is the attraction as well. Overall, the aircraft is exceptional to fly, very immersive and highly recommended. Ooh, Scott, take it fierce handy. It's on sale right now. It is an X-Plane 12 aircraft. It's $27.97. Early access. So it's only out since March. This is new. I just think that video was brilliant, wasn't it? That's excellent looking. The sound there, Chief. That's pretty cool looking, isn't it? I think this is going to have to be added to the list of things to fly. Helis and X-plane are usually harder to fly, but like they're a lot of fun, you know. They're very rewarding to fly. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that. It can absolutely, it can turn. It can absolutely turn. Right, we'll keep that on our radar. 27.97, $30. Yeah, I'll do a bit some reading here now from what Stephen put in, because well, it looks the part, doesn't it? Oh, look, that's the crack there. Look, that's how it works. Do not turn. Oh, so that rotates based on your pedal input, I imagine. Right. Yeah, that's something pretty cool, isn't it? Right, well, think about that one. But anyway, lads, we're back to you this evening. We're going to be doing some Formula One driving, where I will attempt to, you know, race. And then tomorrow, of course, we have the news. Thursday, we're back for a double stream. We have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 during the day. We're taking out the Avanti, the P180. And then that night, we're taking the TBM out for a flight on VATSIM. And then on Friday night, we're off to the Caribbean. Oh, yes, it's going to be fun. So hopefully we'll catch you all later on this evening, 1900 Zulu. And if not, sure, we'll catch you tomorrow at 1900 Zulu as well. So, lads, thank you very, very much indeed for all the support, for tuning in, and hide me son's steering wheel, right? Hope you enjoyed today. We had a lot of fun with OnAir and with Just Flight's Duchess, the Model 76 in X-Plane, just a cracker of an airplane. So that's it from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch up with you at 1900 Zulu later on. Till then, have a good one.
Hello there.
Alright, it's all right.
Hey, Rambog is here. Good to see you, man. Did I miss anyone else? Oh, Jesus, watch what you're doing, Murphy. Oh, no, the dreaded chat. I know. See what happens? Did you see it? Collider is here. Neil Mayo Gut. What do you mean the two wands? They were professional pilots who were sharing their expertise and experience about what it's like to fly whilst wearing tight clothing. Two things I just can't do. No. Don't fire the milk at me. The cows will go nuts. They'll cry in the fields. What a waste! Cow juice. So look at this big eaters. They're giving out to me here now. Thanks. Yeah, and also thanks. Yeah, Jesus. Into beta, reversers, flaps in. Get out of beta. Get out of the beta. Ah! That's weird, the throttle doesn't move.
Hey, good morning.
Jerry Coogan, many thanks for the follow. Hang on, we need to get out of beta.